just can't believe we made this happen.
I know. I know,
Hazel-E. Listen. I gotta tell you, I know I've been hard on you over the years.
Yeah.
But I've been the one, and I just told you this before the interview started. I have followed you since the beginning.
Okay.
All of your ups, downs. I don't know what's so captivating about like your story. I always felt like on Loving Hip Hop, you know, Hollywood. Yeah. I'm like LA. You know, I felt like you were the underdog. Like people bullied you a lot. You know, like I don't know. I don't know why I took to your character so much. And then when I saw, we were just talking about the Young Berg situation, like, you know, and then you telling me the story behind that. And then you guys reconnecting. And then, you know, everything you went through with Katt Williams and, you know, your divorce that was very public.
Very public. Still public.
You know, Jason Lee.
Yeah.
It's been like, and I'm like, why hasn't nobody sat down and really unwind it all?
Okay.
And I know why.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Because we here. Welcome to the wine cellar.
Yes. Hello.
Okay, listen. I didn't think you was going to do it. Your manager was mad at me for a long time.
Chris,
Yes. He was, he told you we fell out about you.
He did. It was something. That's what I was trying to remember. Like
it was so long ago.
Yeah. I try not to harness it, but yeah, he right. He right. But I know that he was working with you at a time. So
he was.
You know, being like the greater powers that be can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to Chris Giovanni.
Yes.
I called him. I was like, "Yo, we'll be in LA." I was like, "You think Hazel gonna sit down?" He was like, I can do that for you. Yeah. I was like, it's about time.
Okay.
Now, before we get into, because, you know, we're going to talk about everything.
Okay.
You know,
all right.
That's what I got you here for, because there's just so much. Like, and you're so vulnerable, man. Yeah, drink. Okay. Cheers. And you're so vulnerable with your life. Like, sometimes I be like, Hazel, why the fuck you putting this out?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a little Twitter finger diary of the mouth.
Pictures, videos. I be like, what the hell is she doing? But like, I think that's why people gravitate to you so much. I mean, because
just to even speak on that, a part of the reason why I do that, because I've asked myself, like, why do you get in these rage moments? But like, as far as like the personal pictures and videos, talked to one of my good friends about it too. And I realized that I wanted to be held accountable. And I felt like if I released like information of like what my ex-husband was doing with my daughter and like how he was treating us, I felt that once it was out there, I could not hide behind the life, like the painted picture that I was painting, and hold myself accountable. Because when you're getting judged amongst your peers or the world, you have to stand on it a little bit more. So I did it literally to hold myself accountable to seeing that through. And that's pretty much
the near-death experiences. I mean, you got 9 lives.
I know. Like a cat.
Every time we get the news that you in the hospital or some shit, I'm like, well, goddamn, how bad is it? And then we found out it's bad, and then you just pop back on the scene like nothing happened.
God, you know, good.
That's so good. But I'm glad you're here. Let's talk about it. First of all, since you started Loving Hip Hop Hollywood, I didn't know that it was actually your idea.
Yeah.
Like, you put that show together.
I really did. Like, I mean, the truth is, me and Tiara had just moved in together to an apartment on Hollywood and Highland, right down the street. And she was on...
Ray J's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, Ray J.
Tiara
Marie. Yeah.
I ain't got a Tiara.
Yeah. The fallen Rock Nation girl. Yeah, her.
Damn.
Yeah, we were there, and I was just like, she's like talented, she's gorgeous. We were like really close. I was getting her bookings, trying to keep her like busy and resurrect who she was, because she had like fallen so low. And when she was doing Love and Hip Hop New York, I'm like, yo, T, like, we really should bring this to Hollywood. Jessica White was there. Angel Lola Love, Lola Monroe now, she was there. They were like, well, we don't want to be a part of it because we seen it, we don't want to be a part of it. So I was like, Tiara, I'm going to get a cast together. I started calling Young Berg. I started calling Masika. I called Tang.
Wait a minute, you called Masika?
Yeah, because
the beef y'all got, you would never think that y'all...
That's why the beef is so deep, because it's like I literally put you in position. Y'all not recall the scene at the ASCAP Awards with me bringing her on the carpet with me? Her scenes were with me. She was a friend of mine on the show. And I had put her in the position to get it.
And then started fucking
and then betrayed me. Yeah, right in front of my eyes in real life. Like, you were just over here. We were just talking about this nigga, how I'm finna get him back and all that. And now y'all in the gram giving kissy face. Like,
because y'all was roommates.
No, me and
you and Tiara were roommates.
Yeah, but she had linked up with him too. Like, they all started. He played the show well because he gathered all the bitches at my expense, you know? And I put all of them. So when I took it to Mona, I didn't take it to Mona, I took it to VH1. And the VH1 was like, we're gonna take it to Mona and see this. I had everybody sign non-disclosure agreements, letters of intent with me. She was like, I'm about to make them all unsign them letters of intent, but I'm gonna come out there and do the casting. So she interviewed this cast. I explained to her why I needed to be Love and Hip Hop Hollywood and not Love and Hip Hop LA. And I was like, that's because Hollywood is a collection of people that come from various places of the world to make it in the entertainment industry. And that would give us more cast that weren't just from LA.
Okay.
You know? Oh,
okay. Yeah, I thought it was mine. Yeah.
The door.
Okay.
So
you want him to come in?
Yeah, she can come in. She do
okay. Shaq.
She do my hair. Okay,
Shaq. I think he can hear me though. Hazel has a guest at the door. Can you bring her in and put her on the couch, please? Okay. Yeah.
So, like, yeah, you can have like more people. The cast can be more diverse because you open it up to stories of people who are in Hollywood and you know, trying to make it. So it was like between The Game and Ray J, because she had got The Game. And when she asked me, she's like, should be Game or Ray J? And I was like, Ray J's just an LA staple. Like, and Game is, you know what I'm saying, too, with his movement, but for the love of Ray J and just love and hip hop, I just felt it should be a Ray J, you know, situation. Because we had Ray J, we had Tiara. They were actually dating at the time. Like, so I packaged that and brought that together. So when those people did betray me right in front of my face on some shit I brought to the town and city and got popping and everybody got checks in their motherfucking pockets, y'all gonna disrespect and just like legit play in my face, like in front of the world. And Tiara did the like low ballest thing when she said, you're 34 years old and can't rap. She was cussing me on that scene. She knew I had wanted to like standardly lie about my age in Hollywood. So the show was running with, I was like 28 at the time, give me some more like longevity. And she literally did that. And that shit like stuck like that. She knew it was like, you know, a low ball thing for me. So yeah, people always think it's about Berg and I was tripping on a dick. No, it wasn't. I was tripping on a loyalty. I was tripping on how the fuck y'all all turning my enemies right in front of my face on some shit I put together.
You gave them jobs, and then Masika started fucking on Young Berg.
Yes.
And they made you look
stupid.
How long had you and Young Berg been fucking around though before the show started?
So in 2006, I met Young Berg like at a party in Hollywood. I was a poppin' ass publicist at that time. I had like
I do remember
Barkley,
that.
Like me and Echo Haddix, like I was on the red carpets, like making good. Like if you was popping, wanted to be up under me. And he literally said the first time he met me, he was performing at this little spot on Sunset in La Cienega, and he was like, "When I get my bread, when I get my shit popping, I'm coming to get you. Like I'm about to be lit." And he brought me roses and all this shit. So I started fucking with him after that. We started getting shit popping. He did his first video, Sexy Lady. I got Drew Sidora for him for his first video because he wanted an actress. When he had said his dark buck scandal, I got Bria Miles for the lead girl to help him clear that up. Like I was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I fucked with him. I hadn't really been fucking with him like lately in that, but when I called him up because I know he needed a refresh, I knew Berg was dope. Yeah, like, yeah, let's put you in motion. So we started filming in 2014, and I had been in interaction with him since 2006.
So y'all had history.
We going to Gap.
And what about you and Masika? How long had y'all known each other?
So Masika came through like a best friend that like I had at the time, and she was like a bottle girl. And honestly, Masika came in when Mona said, I need kind of like a hoe character, like a girl that will kind of, you know, move around. She had just had the situation with Gucci Man, and remember, I don't know if y'all, they tore up Playhouse. And you can see it there. I think some mugshot. There's some shit. Her and her friends jumped Gucci because she was fucking with Gucci. Like Masika was out here with all the...
She jumped Gucci Man?
There was some girls inside Playhouse on Hollywood Boulevard. That had to be like 2013, 2014.
Where was Keisha at the time? Kayor?
I don't think Keisha Kayor was... Was she with him? But then, oh, well, it's all on the news. It's probably on Media Takeouts.
Okay.
Like, it's there. Yeah, because I didn't really, Keisha K.O. was kind of when he went to jail and like held him down. Maybe this was after that. I don't know. But yeah, and it's out there. So when she said that, and I was like, okay, I know this girl Masika, and I think she knows some people on the cast or whatever. And I know she, you know what I'm saying? She gets to it. Like, you know, she sits at the W and, you know, gets
So you saying Masika was selling pussy?
I'm saying she was sitting at the W at the location, and with that little restaurant, they used to be down at the bottom, and, you know, she used to get busy. I mean, that's why I've always called her a pro, you know, because I only can say what I know. So, you know, and the porno tape. I mean, it's just a lot. Like, that's Masika Kalysha, Tucker, whatever. And that's who she is. So when Mona had said she needed that type of character, I suggested her. Okay. So she wasn't in like the original conversation of who we were getting. Once Mona told me the other type of people that needed to fill in, I was like, okay. And that's why Mona will say to this day, and I asked him on season 1 reunion, I said, Mona, and they didn't air it. I said, how do you know Masika? I said, didn't I bring Masika to you, Masika Tucker to you? She said, yeah, you did. That's, I'm like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
And you know what? Now that you're talking about that whole character, giving Molly Mall, because, you know, we put out that story on Molly Mall and these girls and stuff like that. There's been girls coming forward saying that, you know, he's been, you know, drugging women, raping women. I think he's still in prison right now.
No, he's out.
He's out? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to see if he's going to want to sit down with me because, like, you know, girls are literally coming forward saying that he's drugging and raping strippers and all of this. And, you know, Masika was fighting over him with Miss Nicki, baby.
Yeah, that's how Masika got her storyline upped a little bit, was when she
But he was pimping hoes.
Yeah, he was pimping hoes.
So when you say Masika was the whole character and she came on the scene fighting Miss Nicki, baby, over Molly Mall, and Molly Mall, they said he kept 20, 30 women around him in the house.
He did. He does.
And he fucking them all and selling them. They coming for that wine.
Yeah, they coming for the wine. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that's where I know. I'm just saying now it's making sense. So why would Masika be associated with somebody like a Molly Mall now? Yeah. Especially with the character that's coming out and Miss Nicki, baby. But Miss Nicki, baby,
has redirected herself.
But she also owned a strip club where Molly Mall frequented. And a lot of those strippers wandered up at his house. I'm putting the whole damn board together.
You're getting it. Oh yeah, you're getting the gist of it.
Damn, Masika, shit. And so
that's why Nicki was tripping that Masika was even tripping on Molly on camera, because they was already doing what they was doing in Vegas. You know? So that's why Nicki was like, bitch, who the fuck are you? Like, you're not around. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I know Molly was doing what he was doing with Masika. Like, Masika gets money. You know what I'm saying? Like, she does. And
so Molly Mall was, you know, he was essentially at one time considered a pimp.
Yeah. Is that not common knowledge? Or
it's
I mean, I think
they made him seem like he was a stand-up guy ready to get married the whole time. He was a whole pimp on the show, but then couldn't say it because legally, you know, police could come after him.
Police, he's a music producer as well, and I know
that's what he
more
said.
The thing. But like the Vegas house was the Vegas house. He had animals running around like you were in the damn Lion King. He got Sphinx cats and stuff. He had this too. All the rappers would go there, and he had bitches. Like, but Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the girls do out there. I just moved from Vegas. Yeah. Like, the girls out there get money. Like, that's what the women in Vegas do. That's why I didn't fit, because that's what it is. So everybody getting money out here, and you was up under Molly Mall. Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Do you think there could be some type of resolution between you and Masika ever? I mean, since y'all do go way back, or do you think she just because she come from that world? She comes from that world where it's like, you know.
Yeah, anything goes. Like, there's no loyalty, like, in her DNA. There's no, you know, none of that. It's just one of those things, like, I hate to put you in position, but I recently saw or found out that she lost her Instagram page and she's not verified and stuff no more. So I just feel like at least you back down to Bug Private where I met you. You know,
I don't know. When Zeus had y'all doing them conversations and stuff, I'm like, I think these two, if they saw each other in Walmart, we gonna be reading about them. Like, that's how much I felt like y'all really hated each other.
No, I actually went into that with like a clear mind. I had just had my baby.
I saw that. Yeah, you came out. You was postpartum. I remember.
I was not even like 6 weeks out of a full on emergency C-section. I had stitches still.
And how was you in there arguing and fighting?
That's what. And I didn't think that that's what it was. But she came out on that energy, and I'm like, yo, listen, I'm trying to have a talk with you. Like, let's put some. I was in a different head. I just had a baby. Like, okay, what is it? I said something about your child. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm a mom, so I can understand like how that. So I was coming to like be empathetic and, you know, relate. But she had just had that scandal like 2 days before of her doing the fake kidnapping and the tips on OnlyFans. So she was literally 2 days into that situation and and had to come sit down with my ass. And so, yeah, once she was at a certain level, then I'm like, so then I'm gonna just match your energy right now. And then you're gonna get your ass beat.
Okay.
And I saw you want to file a $6 million lawsuit. Well, now the statute of her getting me served me and the statute of limitations is over. So I'll fucking talk about it. I'm gonna give a fuck. But
a lawsuit? She sued you after the conversation?
She sued me and the Zeus Network for $6 million.
Oh my God.
I had to read about it.
I remember that. I don't think it went anywhere. That's why.
I think she did. She might have served them. She never got to serve me.
They probably paid her.
Okay.
They probably paid her something. Not $6 million though.
Right.
But they probably paid her. So.
Okay. But I'm like, I didn't even know you could do that in reality TV. As many times as we ran up and shit on each other.
I don't think Zeus had their paperwork together.
At that time, because that's what literally made them pop.
Yeah.
Because after that, then Natalie and them came on and then all the back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we set that conversation shit off.
Katt Williams. Because when Berg did you like that, you know, and Masika and all of that, when you popped up on the scene, bitch, in a new house.
Yeah.
How much did Katt spend on that house?
That house, okay, I just rented it. I'm not gonna cap, but he was giving me, that rent was $10,500 a month on that house. And he gave me a big lump sum. I could have bought it, but then it was one of the things, like, we never really lived in it together. So like, I was stupid at the time. I was not used to this kind of money. Like, I was getting a little bit of TV checks.
I saw the glow up. Like, I was like, oh, she got new money. That was his
purpose, though. That's his purpose. He literally was like, I don't like the way these people doing you on TV. I'm about to get you together. You deserve it type shit. And he literally started bossing me the fuck up. This Rolex still, like, I still got my, like, you know what I'm saying?
How did y'all meet?
It was through a mutual acquaintance at the time, this, like, pastor, like, prophetess chick.
A pastor
prophetess chick. Cat gets mad if I call her prophetess because be like, what prophet, what's she doing? Stuck in my, like,
so she was sucking his dick too?
I guess. Like, she ended up hating me after. But he literally asked, like, I really want to meet Hazel-E. I had met him or been in interaction with him years before when I worked with Aaron Magruder in the Boondocks. Okay. So, because, you know, he played a character on the Boondocks. Yeah. So I wasn't interested in him. His whole situation at a Keisha Cole, Robin Thicke concert. And I was like, whatever, squash that. So then years later, he's like, I have to meet her, bring her to me. And she was like, he really want to meet you. He was like, girl, he invests, he do stuff. Like, you should go meet him. So at the London Hotel, he got this big penthouse suite with, I mean, you know.
He laid it out?
And,
He laid it out?
He definitely laid it out.
Did you give him some pussy on the first night?
I definitely didn't, but the second night.
What attracted you to Katt, though? And you know what? To this day, you're the only woman that he's ever publicly, like, claimed.
Yeah.
He doesn't claim any other women. That's crazy. Like, his love life is completely
He told everybody
private.
Lady of Rage was there. Like, his team was there when he thought he was going to go to jail for one of the many situations that he had. He was, like, listed everybody in his life, and he said, and Erica, call me Erica, not Hazel, she'd be my wife.
He told you that?
Mm-hmm. He told a lot of people, like, everybody that. And I was like,
you getting emotional.
What? Because that man was like, he was an incredible person. I hate the circumstances and the things that were, like, going on in there that I had to remove myself from. But, like, his being, he's one of the most intelligent people I've ever met. His IQ score is the highest IQ score that you can literally have. So he's a literal genius. And when you get blessed with that kind of type of game, knowledge, and action, you're always going to have love.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So the thing was, it was like, I didn't know if you were gonna leave Love and Hip Hop because get some more wine if you need some.
Yeah, because
Look, hold on for a second. I didn't know like if like where that was going because I know that unfortunately like y'all were in Dubai.
Yeah.
And you were in an accident. Mm-hmm. What like and your nose was broken.
I still have like a little scar like right here on it.
And he repaired your nose.
He definitely did.
How much did that cost?
That he had to like emergency fly me back because they were like, she's gonna lose blood supply to her like nose, and like my nose would have like been black forever if I didn't get back. So he like ended up getting like the first class flights. I had to go like in a freaking wheelchair. I was bloodied, bandaged, like I was fucked up off that ATV. He had just
wasn't with you.
No, he wasn't. He just had got my boobs done for my birthday, and that was my birthday trip. And a piece of sand got in the stitch, like that got infected. I lost a tooth. Like I was fucked up from that ATV crash, bad. So yeah, so he got me here. He got me in with Dr. Garth Fisher, who did the Kardashians facelift, Kris Jenner, and he charged me $15,000 cash, like emergency surgery, and Katt just paid it.
Okay.
And he was there and he was like, you look fucked up. Like when he got me from the airport and he was like, we got to fix this. And so he did his big one. And
he said, you can't be rolling with me looking like that.
Yeah, but then they gave me the nose job and he was like, we just repaired the nose. And next thing you know, I have a fucking beak toucan Sam nose that I can't live down for my whole entire existence. And I was like, oh yeah, nah, I got to get this shit fixed once it's time because I ain't even.
So he ended up fixing the boob and you happened to do that and stuff.
Yeah, he did fix the boob.
The teeth?
I did. Dr. Amir, he got me and I got 4 veneers in the front because this was missing. That was crazy. Yeah, he got that done. Yeah, he made sure I was good.
I'm just trying to figure out like how long were you guys together?
On and off from literally, the show came out 2014.
Okay.
It started airing, did it start airing 2014? So the end of 2014, once the show first came out, I was maybe like in episode 3 when we met. So from 2014 until I got back from Dubai, that was I think 2018 or 2019. So it was like on and off for 4 or 5 years. But the first 2 years, we were locked in.
Okay. And then how was the sex though with Katt Williams? He's so little. Yeah. Is he little or is he big? Like Katt Williams.
He's
you got to give us is he good at what he is? He's good at what he does.
He's good. Yeah, he's good at what he does. I mean, he's older, he's old school, so it's, really traditional. You know what I'm saying?
He was having traditional sex.
Yeah, just traditional. I mean, he worked with what he got. And
but he was out here fighting like he wasn't traditional. When I remember when he had got his ass beat by that little boy in the projects.
I hated that day, to be honest, because
you was with him.
So I actually left the day before, which is part of his reaction. Why he was on. We were in Atlanta, and he was just on this little evil terror spree when he did the pool, assaulted the pool. Yeah, the pool supply worker.
It was a lot. It was a headline after headline.
He was manic. Like
was it the weed he was on?
I think he was just off his meds. Like, but he don't like being on meds to control, like, who he is or whatever, because
what kind of meds he on?
Because he feels like it doesn't make him funny. Katt, he's told me it's like he's been locked up in insane asylums, like straitjacketed before from his team, So he has, it's not like it's when his mental illness, kicks in, but he don't like stay medicated because he feels like it makes him not funny. So then when he starts getting into that manic state, then that's when you see him, when he was on that whole rampage, wilding, running from the police on ATVs. Like that's when you get him in his manic state. So at that time with the fight with the little boy, he was in a manic state.
Because I was like,
because you couldn't say nothing to Katt at that time, or you was getting slapped, your phone broke, knocked the fuck out. Like it was on site with everybody. He was tripping. He had just made all that money. That nigga makes like $300,000 a night for a show. And if he sells out, he gets bonus. And he always sells out. Like the nigga had the bag, right? Yeah. So when you get that off your meds, you feel like you untouchable. He was turned.
It was funny.
It was definitely what I had said to him, because Katt used to be Tiara's favorite comedian, and she'd always say that. But what I've said I was like, when I talked to him, I was like, I was more of a fan of your TMZ stunts that you've been doing. When you went on CNN, looking like Little John and shit. Like, I lived for that when he was riding on TV, smacking nigga in Target. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have a little thing probably for bad boys a little bit. So he is a little bit of a rebel, you know? And so that's what I was like more of a fan of. But on the day that he fought the little boy, I was just so embarrassed. And then he went to DC, maybe. I don't know. He got on stage with Memphis Bleak and Lil Mo and them. And this when he lost the Lambo in the bet. If there's footage from that night where you see him spider jumping and attacking somebody, get his ass whooped, his hand was...
He sure did stay getting his ass whooped. Like, he's so little. I was like, Katt, you need to go get in the gym.
But you see, I'm little. So now you see, like, okay, she wasn't just some... Like, I'm littler than him. I think that's another reason why
you are little. I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, you're so little. I ran into Shay Johnson at an Italian restaurant last weekend, and she was online talking about what she was going to do to me when she saw me. And then I was standing behind her, and she looked at me, and then she put her head down and lifted up. I said, Shay? And she was like, yes. I said, you so little. Like, she was like, you little too. I was like, no, baby. You're tiny. I didn't even know your mouth. I said, I see why they call you Bucky, because your mouth is so huge, but you're so little. Half of her face is all mouth.
It's all mouth.
Yeah, she's not really a cute girl, but you know.
She started off on what Flavor of Love.
She been out here.
She been out here. And she stayed with that Mama D and that Scrappy. And that was Bucky.
Yeah, she's still
Johnson.
Bucky.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is different. You know, she had the baby with her. I ain't expect her to pop off with it.
Oh, yeah, no. Like, me and Moniece just actually ran into each other. Filming at Ray J's.
She's still popping her shit.
She was definitely still popping her shit when we had just had that online thing. And I had my daughter with me, and Ray and Princess had their kids there and stuff. And it literally was like it's going to be a no smoke, everybody. And then she was like super cool after all of our back and forth and shit. And it was like, because I was like, well, I mean, if we going to go, because if we going to go, then I need to get Ava over here so I can do, if this is what that is. And they didn't want it to be that. And it was turned down.
Moniece said she was pregnant.
I actually was just at the nail shop. Shout out to Chris and Sugarcoat Nails with Marla. Marla getting her nails done. Yeah, and me and Marla talked about that. And Marla was like, first she said she wasn't mad at me for the stuff I said. But second, like, she was like, I had to expose that she's not pregnant, like, because she's ruining people's lives and families with
She literally got online and was like, she's pregnant. And she carried that story for so long, but no baby never came.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all should know these bitches be lying. Like, that's why I don't get stuff be unfolding.
But once she fucking on women anyway, so I was like, well, who got this bitch pregnant?
She wanted it to be this one, I don't even know, because my homegirl messes with him too. Like, some nigga who got, I think, like a wife and like a kid or some baby. And anyway, she was like obsessed with him. And she like took him to court. Like, she did all kind of stuff. And it was like never no baby. And that's why her mom felt like she should speak on it.
That's why her mom was out here tearing her ass up. She was like, you need to stop lying.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody was dragging her mama. Like, she was out here like Blueface mama, but she was like, nah, I know my daughter. Yeah. And that bitch ain't pregnant. She literally... they still don't. And I hate, like, I'm in a family business. And they gonna probably drag me. Like, why are you in a family business? But it's literally because and then I had to tell Marla that I had just filmed with Moniece. And then she was... Because they literally don't speak. So it's like since season 1, when Mona stuck me in the car with them after a reunion, they was pissed at each other. I've been in a family business the whole fucking time. Like, they always be going back and forth through me. But I thought it was interesting that it was like a no smoke environment because kids were there. So that's probably why it was a no smoke. That is crazy. So I was wondering whatever happened to the baby. I was like, anybody gonna ask?
I don't think there was ever a baby.
Nobody gonna ask. Y'all
I think gonna gloss over it.
Yeah, like I'm like nobody, because she was dead set on that. But
and the only thing I was mad at her about, and she could watch this and see this finally, is that you tried to name the baby Dior and stuff. And I felt like that was like a direct, like, girl, everybody know Ava Dior. Like, I just had her. Like, go pick a new name, bitch. Like, stop trying to be cute. I'm my baby girl. Her name is going to be Dior. Like, you really trying to run with this and play in my face right now. And I just was like, you know.
Back on Katt, because he's one of my favorite.
Yeah.
What happened, girl? Why the fuck did you get up out of there? Like,
it was back in that manic phase. And
he wasn't hitting you?
Katt was never hitting me. He did choke me out once, and we had like a whole little legal thing. And it was like at New Year's at Soho House. It was like a quick, and that moment got corrected and rectified through attorneys. And so we was cool after that. He knew
How
better.
much he paid you for a choke? I need to know how much he pays for a choke.
Walter
I don't believe in domestic violence or anything, but I'm just trying to. What is a choke?
It was like a slight grab. Like maybe if we were having sex, I probably wouldn't even like minded it.
Yeah.
But it was the fact that it was like an aggression, like in a moment.
Yeah.
That it was more.
And you got your lawyers involved. You're like, bitch, let me get my personal injury
well, that's
lawyer
also because he
now.
didn't want to be talked about on Love and Hip Hop and shit. So it was already like, attorneys and stuff involved anyway. So, okay.
How much he paid you for a choke? I want to know, child.
I think for that choke, it came with a lot of gifts. My booty, I had got my BBL, I had got a Porsche that day. I had got about like in cash, like handed to me. And this is why the IRS and the feds came. That was another part of why I couldn't, because we talking about money and gifts. These are gifts. Gifts.
Yes.
So I got like a $65,000 cash gift plus, at least another boobies and Panamera and boobs and
For a choke?
It was a lot for a choke.
He would have had to buy me a house.
I ended up getting the house like 5 months later. But
Okay.
at that time, I didn't think he gave me another cash lump sum. I was like, I'm just go rent me a house in the hills. I wasn't in the mindset of like, oh, I should go buy me a house now. Like I wasn't in that. Now I know better, you know what I'm saying? But then I didn't know better. I was just like, this shit is just.
You was getting splurged on, so you was excited. Like,
yeah, it was. It's never,
I'm like, you should have locked that in. I saw you up under his post after. I told you I follow you. I
actually just pulled up on him though. I just did some reckless shit.
You pulled up on his Cat at his house? No. Please tell me he didn't have no women there.
I did not pull up on his house, but when I started thinking about moving back to LA, one of my girlfriends had seen him at is it Melba Moore, I think? An older Black actress, I think singer lady's Hollywood Walk of Fame induction. This was like a couple weeks ago. And they were like, I just seen Katt giving a speech like on the corner. I'm staying at the W Hollywood. I said, well, let me go give a walk around there. See?
Did you run into him?
I did.
How did he? What was his reaction?
He was this, hi, Miss Lady, and kind of walked. And I said, excuse me. He's like, I said, hi, Miss Lady. And then the person I was with, he ended up pulling up on him like a week later in Houston. So it's just that. It's
Devon pulled up on Katt?
No. It was a whole different friend in Houston that pulled up with me. Because I was like, you about to roll with me. And he niggas from Houston, I do like a telemed business with him. And then Katt ended up pulling up on him. So it's just always a thing. But he kind of paid me a little bit of dust, like a little bit like, wait, what? Like, but it's cameras, it's paparazzi around, it's the Hollywood induction, put your hands on the thing. And I just like was in a freaking t-shirt, it's a boxer shorts, like some skim shit, and just walked around there, walked that ass in front. What's up? Like, I ain't seen you since I had to go testify on the stand. It's like, what's...
Oh my God, but I saw you, it was like right after you and Devon was like going through y'all separation. I saw your comments. I think the Shade Room had posted them. And I was like, Hazel know what's up. She going right back. She trying to spin the block. That's it. Like, this where I should have stayed. You should have been out around there like Kim Kardashian. You should have stayed at least as long as she stayed.
Right.
You know, with Kanye. Yeah. You nurse him back to health. And
yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people involved. He did a lot that at the moment I just was like, between that and the TV show. And then I just be in that bullshit, like, I could do this by myself. Like, I know my lifestyle is going to change, but I'm this and that now. Like, I can go and get it. But it was that money, them type of gifts was different over there. Like, and it was effortless. Like, I didn't even have to think about it.
So you want Katt to come back home?
Not that I want Katt to come back home. Katt's older. I have a baby now.
He got kids.
He's adopted a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I would like to have a conversation.
Mr. Katt Williams.
Just a conversation. Just a conversation. That's
you want just some closure?
Yeah, I think
y'all never had closure?
No, because when I came back from Dubai, I ended up coming back to him. I took him to do Blackish. I think there's a picture of me and what's his name? Anthony Anderson. And
Yeah.
he was like with Tracy Ellis Ross. And I helped get him together because his handlers weren't able to reach him at that time. And this was during the IRS scandal. And I helped him like make some moves. I kind of like added to his finances at this time because stuff was frozen from the IRS investigation and stuff. And
how long did they have his stuff frozen?
For years. He didn't have access to his money for like 2019, 2020, probably 20.
Is that why he disappeared off the scene for so long?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I was wondering. I said, where did Katt Williams go? Then he just popped back up on tour.
Mm-hmm. He had to get that cleared. That was a thing. I had to go and testify in front of a federal grand jury. It was horrible.
How much did he owe?
It was like, it was a couple million. It was a couple million.
And he probably could have just took it out the bank account and gave it to him. Or was he contesting that shit? I ain't got it.
It was more so, it was like Katt has these like things, and he's one of the biggest conspiracy theorists I know. I'm a conspiracy theorist, but Katt is a major conspiracy theorist. So he had a theory of why he owed the IRS millions, and more so felt like the people responsible for handling his stuff should have to pay that. It shouldn't come from him. And he wanted to fight to make that happen. He stood on it. And so with him standing on it, had him messed up for a little bit.
I mean, that is
He's
true.
a different type of nigga.
That's why I pay my own taxes. Mm-hmm. I go in there, I hit the pay.
Yeah.
I'm not, nobody's else is going to be paying anything.
Yeah.
No.
And
the tax part, you ain't finna get me.
And what had messed me up was because I was on TMZ Flex and laying in $50,000 of cash and bragging about all the stuff that he had got me. So when the federal agents came to my door, you know, and then I tried to go to Houston, and then I ultimately was like, I'm going to Dubai. They're like, we will extradite your ass back to this testify. And I was like really trying to get the fuck on, like to avoid that till it cleared over. And when I got back, I got served with papers right at the airport. I was like, fuck. But, you know, I don't really recall shit. I just moved to Dubai. I don't know.
Oh my God, nothing. So you held him down.
Standard.
That's cool. Loyalty. I'm glad. Katt, give her one more chance. Just one more chance.
Oh, no. Only if he's in his like mental stability. Mm-hmm. If not, then I'll let him go.
Let's talk about, because you know, people feel that you're colorist. Mm-hmm. I saw you speak. You recently did an interview with Thimby from the Shade Room. Yeah. Shout out to Thimby. Shout out to Shade Room. And, you know, people thought it was interesting that you, of all people, were speaking on Erica Mena using colorist remarks against dark-skinned women. And then you've been, you know, been in situations like that before. Yeah. Why did you feel the need to speak on what Erica Mena did if you were in that situation?
Because the question was asked, and I don't run away from shit. I'm with it. I'm on it. So I'm gonna give my opinion. Why did I speak on it? Because I feel like from my situation, I grew and I learned. The one thing about my situation that had pissed me off is they saying racist, and it was like, I'm a black woman too. Like, my siblings are the same chocolate that you are. Literally, my brothers and sisters. My mom was married 3 times. We got 3 different daddies. My other sister's dad is from Trinidad. So
I got 4, so I know.
Yeah, she's a Carmel. And then my 2 other siblings, my dad now, who's been my dad for 30 years, my mom's been married to him, is a chocolate man. So when it was first being said about me, and to me, I'm like, I'm not no fucking racist. Like, I'm black. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh. And then you get the reverse color, oh, because you light skin, you high yellow. So when I had did the Inyala part of my segment, she understood that was colorism, and like you perpetuated a fucking thing that happened centuries ago. I'm drinking wine, y'all.
You're good.
I'm drinking wine. Centuries ago, and it was used to divide us. So like when her and Oprah, because I had to interview in front of like Oprah, like I'm still on her Instagram page, and they had to break down what is colorism versus racism. Now, when my bullshit happened, Erica and her girlfriend Stan or whatever at the time, they were in there dragging me in them comments, like stupid, like all this stuff. So when it came,
but Erica was calling black women monkeys for years,
and she not even black. You
even Jocelyn,
like Cardi's called bitches roaches. I mean, I felt like from my situation and how I felt from Grace over what I had said, and y'all bitches all saw it, that why would you go make similar mistakes? Like, because you taking black dick? Like what makes you able to go and do this and the outcome, one, not even be as severe? I had nobody riding for me and saying that they messed up, like whatever. I was Twitter finger. She was on site with her thing. And so I felt the need to speak on it because I feel like I went through the situation. Do I feel that the situation was handled properly and rectifying it? No. So I'm going to speak up just because I've been through it. Good. Let my testimony be of use to the next.
But you did hold Erica accountable for calling.
Yeah, because once I realized what colorism is and what it did to divide the black, population and community and what it still does to this day, they want to pit light-skinned black women against dark-skinned black women. Like they want to invite, like when y'all was like, get your high yellow tail here. People like, and y'all like, you doing it back to her that way. Yes, that's been a thing within the community. And being that it's like in my household, it's in my DNA, like that's what I grew up with, sisters of all shades. Like my mom's kids are all shades. Like I didn't think of that. I'm bitch, what you say about me, ho? Like, what's up? I'm calling you bitch. Okay, yo, black ass. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Because you talking about your big nut. Like we talking about, you know what I'm saying, features, but but once I was aware of like how big what I said affected so many people, I didn't mean to do that, And so that's why I held myself accountable. And I feel like other girls who've made similar mistakes, they don't go through it like that, maybe because they're liked more or whatever. But like, I want to learn from the errors of my ways. And so that's why I spoke on it. Because
that's actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, for you to speak on that and just be as honest as you can and to take the shit with it. I was like, this a real bitch right there.
Yeah, because I fucked up.
Yeah. I fuck up every day. I say all the time, I be like, how you like, not you, but I be like, how you light skin and ugly?
Yeah, I get that all the time. I get that all the time. Yeah. Like, but it's like, because
I do it.
Because we want to, because what society has told us is that dark skin isn't ugly. But now we see all these bomb examples of dark skin beauty. You right now, first thing I said to you, bitch, the hair, face, and I can't see a pore on your motherfucking face right now. Like, and then you get into like, they don't even want this gloriness shining. And it'd rather be like better if we like came at each other this way. Once I was taught the error of my ways and had them conversations with other women, and they were like, you're not nothing like we thought on TV. Like you, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Like when I said what I said, I was just talking shit to a bitch that was talking shit to me. And the one thing I seen was like,
and I think that's where, that's what I hate now about social media and the arguments that we have. Like when we have arguments, from my household, I was raised in the South, we go there. Bitch, you light skinned and you motherfucking ugly. That's why that nigga don't fucking want you. And I'm saying all this in one sentence. I'm saying, nigga, you light skinned, you ugly. We fucking go there. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, oh, bitch, you black. Look at your lips black.
Yeah.
We do that. But I've never, it's never, like, I don't take it as someone's calling me ugly.
Right.
Or I'm black and ugly. I know that I'm black and beautiful. And my family is all shades. My sisters are light skinned. You know what I'm saying? And we pick at her. Yeah. Like, she don't care. She be like, fuck y'all.
They be calling me white and shit at my house. They be like, yo, white ass. That's why your daddy, like, because I'm the firstborn. Like, oh, child. And I be sitting there in a family picture like, damn, a bitch, like, they be like, so she adopted, like, how did you, so that's your daughter, who's her daddy? Like, it would always be that, because I was the non-melanated one. Motherfuckers say, oh, she bleached her skin. No, nigga, I'm really light. I be going to get spray tans. I be trying to reverse my shit the other way. Like, I be trying to go get some melanin in my, you know what I'm saying?
I used to say I was going to open up a tanning salon in a white neighborhood and put my picture up there and be like, I used to be white. And try to sell it.
That's like Dencia with the white niches.
Shout out to Dencia. Dencia got to wear shades on and shit. I love Dencia, don't get me wrong. But Dencia can't get this bleach.
I talked to Denzia because she wanted to do the white initial shit with me when this scandal happened. And I'm like, Denzia, because I used to be her publicist when she was an artist from Africa. And she was chocolate and everything. Echo had me work on her campaign. I took her to freaking VMAs in New York and stuff. And so when she did the white initials, then she ended up doing with China because I was like, this is like bad timing for me right now. Like, I should not probably be promoting this white initials skin brightening cream.
And
like,
she took China to Africa to bleach, to tell the Africans to bleach. I said, God damn it, then she.
And guess what? The Africans were like, hey, yes, bitch, because I'm trying to get some of this chocolate off. Then bitches was buying into it. I talked to Denzia about it.
Now listen, guys. Now listen. We are embracing our shades. We coming off, but you trying to bleach it like, bitch, you wearing something like, I love her. I swear to God, that's my bitch. Shout out to Denzia. But I'm be like, bitch, you got on shades on during the day. Cause you can't, it's certain places you can't bleach, like your knuckles, you know, your elbows. I mean, cause if around your eye, it's not.
She should have used Winnie Harlow is who she should have used. Cause we could have put her at one complexion and I think, you know.
Oh shit, but I think Winnie Harlow is like, you ain't finna fuck up my bag. Like her fucking spots on her bag. And I seen her, we were at a Jamaican restaurant in Miami and she just has the biggest personality. Yeah. She is so nice. And shout out to Winnie Harlow. I love what she's doing. I don't even talk about her on my platform, but you know, when it came to that, I was just like, damn, she really putting, you know, when it came to the, you know, you commenting on what Erica Mena said about Spice, and it happens, right? I was just like, damn, you putting yourself back in the hot seat again. Like, you really want this smoke, but you handled it so well, though.
Thank you.
I mean, there's some people, of course, is never gonna let shit go. Like me, you know, been in court all these years. They pay. I'm like, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get you right back. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's coming. But listen, but it's just certain people just not gonna let shit go. I get that. But then people will be like, okay, you know what? I see what she's talking about, because whether it's broadcasted on TV, you know, I do it every day on my show. I don't give a shit. I cuss out Sukiyana. No black ass on the motherfucking ground, letting a nigga walk you like a dog, and he got these light skinned ugly bitches in the back walking. Bitch, do you know how far we came? They was like, Tasha, what?
She was pissed.
Yeah, she was pissed. She was crying. Get your motherfucking ass.
Yes, I feel like for Suki, and I recently just met her, and she showed me so much love, but I feel like for Suki, it's like, bitch, you know how I had to work to get down here, to get choked up by NLE Chopper, to walk like a dog? Like, I feel like that's Suki's take. Like I got it out the mud.
But
like,
when but when she's a public figure.
Which is what you guys held her accountable for. You're holding her accountable to the platform that you have now, representing us to be at a certain standard. Right. So get your motherfucking ass up off the ground. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so you're holding her accountable. And I only can say from her as like meeting her, because she's also on stage talking about eating a nigga's ass, which I like, and I heard people chanting it in the crowd. I don't know if this is a thing.
Bitches want, and I say keep eating ass and keep getting hepatitis.
Because what you know, it's not a thing for me, but like, I feel like she, when you're, you know, back to the Masika and that, and I hate that, and I keep hitting this mic.
You good.
Back to that like whole Molly, like that world, when you come from that world, you know what I'm saying? When you're dancing and getting naked and gyrating on men for money at that point, you know what I'm saying? Your standards are like different.
It's different.
And I don't mean to sound stuck up or like class.
No,
like
say
classes
that shit.
Or whatever. I'm an Alpha Kappa Alpha. I'm a woman. I graduated from college. I got my degrees. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hold my head.
And Suki
you know
was in the slow class. She talked about it.
And so, and Cardi and some, you know what I'm saying? And other people. And so...
What's your beef with Cardi? This is the second time
I'm talking about. I'm just saying. And so, when she's, you know, there, she walked on a dog leash with her clothes on, getting a bag from a video. It probably wasn't low to her, you know? Like, sometimes you gotta meet people where they are.
I ain't going down there.
Okay.
And so when they was like, "What you gonna have her get up off the ground, Tasha, and say the light skinned women should be walking?" God damn it, yeah, they should be motherfucking walking.
White bitches, some Italians,
somebody else. We been in this field too long. That's what I be talking about with Young Miami, right? Young Miami letting Diddy out here walk her like a dog. She working. People think, oh, she go poppy. I'm getting the bag, but then he got the blazing bitches in the back
having the babies.
You see what I'm saying? Bitch, stand up. Let somebody else do it.
I mean, but Kim was that.
Chocolate woman,
Kim was that pillar too. Rest in peace.
Who?
Kim Porter. I mean, she was his first, chocolate.
And they said he beat her too.
I loved Kim. Like I hung out with her in Paris. She invited me to like her birthday. Me and Quincy, like she'd always let him come do like my Valley Girl weekends with me. But
she didn't really like Diddy, did she?
It's not even that she didn't really like Diddy. I think that she just knew too much, And when you know too much, that puts you at risk sometimes, And so when you look at like a Young Miami, that's part of the position you got to play. Like he always had, his candy shop, And so she's fulfilling that position, in her role. And she's probably getting compensated pretty well for doing it.
It ain't well enough.
Only if she's in love.
It's a field nigga bag.
It's a field nigga bag?
It is.
I thought there was like $1 million shopping space.
It's a field nigga bag.
Okay.
Because the price list comes in when you can get a baby with him. He not gonna give her no baby.
She said she don't want no more kids.
Yeah, they always say that.
Yeah.
They always say that. I would rather have a baby by a billionaire than have to get out here and work all the time. That's why she ain't rapping no more. She's trying to be taken care of. Then she's trying the podcast thing. It's kind of, like, I know what Diddy has been doing.
My only thing with the podcast thing is like, just don't do that whole like I'm about to be the next Oprah thing, because there is real women, even my friend Raquel Harper, Rock Ranch from TMZ. There's real women who went to school.
Shout out to Raquel. Yeah. She got the lemonade. Was it the lemon show?
No, the Taco Melt. She got her
okay, cool.
And she got her base. She sells life insurance and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like there is like other real women who've taken this journalism stance like really serious. And
Miami just fucked her way to the podcast. Like that's just, we know.
2 podcast awards in the
she fucked her way to the podcast. That's her way. That's what I'm talking about. Like it's field nigga shit.
They get her culture, her demographic, them down there, these fuck them and get some money and scamming on a rich ass nigga girls that are now like the fucking voices of today's like culture, which is like crazy.
That's why I be losing my mind on social media.
Yeah.
I'm like, who raising
It's because it's their demographic.
I'm like, who raising
We have to fit in.
Fuck that.
We have to fit in.
I ain't fitting in. I'm not coming down there.
I talk to like Delicious. I talk to like girls like my age and my era, and we just move a little bit different when it comes to stuff. You know what I'm saying? These younger girls, they're different. And I think that she's there to fulfill that position. And I just, maybe she just do what she do. Maybe she manipulate. I don't know.
Speaking of Kim Porter, you say you knew her.
Yeah, she was so sweet.
Yeah. When you said she knew too much.
Probably. Yeah.
You were a publicist.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. I already said this.
Okay.
Okay, I'm a conspiracy theorist.
Okay. Well, I mean, Kid Cudi did come out and co-sign Cassie today by saying his car got blown up.
You don't remember when that actually happened in real time?
Isn't that why Kid Cudi kind of lost his mind a little bit? Because he was scared?
Yeah.
And he checked himself into a mental health institution?
Yeah, because he really got his car blown up, That was a real thing. Like, it really did happen.
And they were trying to make sure he was inside?
Yeah, like that was a thing when he was outside of Cassie's house back then. Like, I just remember that being a thing. Like, I'm grown, I'm older. So this Hollywood, like, culture, lifestyle stories, I've been around for a good 20 years of it. So I recall.
Because Kid Cudi was, like, on top of the music game.
He was day and night. He was signed to Kanye. Yeah. He was lit. And then he, you know, messed with one of the top dogs, you know what I'm saying, main players, and it didn't probably go so well for him.
And so it was a real thing. Like they put a bomb in that nigga car. You got to be.
That's what they said.
They said Diddy was a mobster. I didn't believe
but
it.
niggas was hanging. Suge was hanging 112 off the balcony back in it. Like it was a Suge Knight era. You know, it was a Suge Knight. It was a Diddy. Like, you know, they was really getting it back in blood. Like this whole little get it back in blood shit that these little young ones doing. Like niggas was really moving. You know what I'm saying? Like gangsters moving silence back then. Like things were happening. That was a different era. You know, and so. Shit was going down back then. Guess what?
What?
We didn't have no much social media either.
Yeah.
It wasn't as instantaneous as it is now. Now, anything that happens in this world can go on social media and go viral within 2.5 seconds. Back then, what were we on? Like Twitter? Mm-hmm. You know, we hadn't even gotten to Instagram really yet. So yeah, shit was, you could move in silence a little bit more back then. Now they got cameras on top of shit. You can't get away with nothing no more.
So when Cassie coming out with her story about she put a trigger warning on the front of the lawsuit. Mm. Have you met Cassie?
Yeah. Several times. She's a gorgeous girl. She's really tall.
She is gorgeous. Very really gorgeous.
Tall. She was always like in like a hi, like, you know what I'm saying? Not real personal, didn't really like engage with me personally. But very sweet, very gorgeous, very pretty. And we all knew, who didn't know something was going on and wrong over there? You went from about to blow with like Ryan Leslie or whatever to you Diddy's bitch, you the new J-Lo for him, you know, you're on the red carpet. Like, of course it was given like, you know, some type of, you know, puppet tier.
Do you believe everything that
J-Lo stopped being with the nigga for a reason.
Yes, they said she was scared.
Okay.
Especially after that Shine situation.
Right, so why is everybody acting so shocked?
And then the Tupac situation recently resurfaced and they're saying that he had put, you know, $1 million allegedly on his head.
In the air. In the air before there was, like I said, cameras on the top of every gas station and everything in the air. In the day
I just don't get how Diddy
of why Jay-Z's mistress that was going to come out said he had a baby, and then Beyonce pops up and says she's pregnant with Blue. I should not say this, but, you know, and then she just dies and falls off a rooftop and no more questions are asked. Now, today's world, you can't do this type of stuff, gangster shit no more because it's stuff everywhere. It's too much technology.
Now, you know, I'm still stuck on the mistress falling off the roof.
You are?
I tuned out everything else that you just said. My mind just went blank. And I just...
This is so horrible.
So you are PR. Y'all be cleaning up the business around here.
Definitely cleaned up some stuff.
So that lady that committed suicide, I did. That's why I was like, wait, what?
That's when Hip Hop Weekly and Benzino had his weekly publication out, and we actually still picked up print magazines to read to because it wasn't readily available on Instagram and social media anymore. Yeah. And that was like a thing in that time. And then...
But how you know about it? You just read about it?
Yeah, I read about it.
You PR, come on, Hazel, let's get it.
I just saying I read about it, and the way that the story and the articles like were written then, and then like how it portrayed. There was Claudia Jordan who also spoke on New and the Girl. Like there was like things and pieces, and it just went away. Just like the Tupac thing went away, and just like Kim Porter went away, and these things that happen and then they go away. Like. But these are like the most powerful like men in the world. So what do y'all expect? You know, like what do y'all expect?
This is a lot going on this week.
It is a lot going on.
It is.
I mean, people are mad about your interview about the Jada and Will.
I'm mad about it. What the hell? I was just like, I'm still processing it.
I mean, I know, and I read it, and when I read it, I commented, and I'm like, but y'all mad at Jada? I always talk about a real nigga. Y'all mad about her always talking about, listen, and I know that
Jada is like, I need Tupac back.
There's the telltale signs that are there. There's only certain things as what's this shit called now? Cisgender?
We women, bitch. Yeah. We are fucking women. I had a conversation today with a trans woman. She's talking about cisgender. I said, I'm a motherfucking woman. Right.
As a cisgender.
But you know what, when you think about it, you know, she has been screeched. She said, Will hasn't considered me his wife for 8 years. And
what did Tisha Campbell get a divorce for? I just had this conversation today.
Well, somebody called me and said that, you know, we put it out today that she caught him in the back, allegedly with his male assistant when she had her young son.
Tisha. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Didn't even, when she did divorce him, didn't even know that Will owned her house.
Right.
It was a lot of shit.
It was a lot of millions that were like invested into that relationship.
And he was people don't understand the type of actor that Dwayne Martin was. He wasn't A-list, B-list, or C-list. He's a TV actor. They get weekly paychecks.
Yeah.
He wasn't living that Big Willie lifestyle. He was being kept. Because even in the like emails
he
that was
definitely
released,
being kept.
Yeah.
Why is everybody acting so shocked? Because we're in an era where we can't speak truth and we can't say the real things. But like both them women protect Black women. Both Tisha and Jada have given context clues and things over these years.
You know what? When you think about it,
how are we not going to defend them? We're going to always defend the man. And I'm not like some feminist type, whatever, radical, like, pussy power, like whatever. But like, I am Girl Code Inc. and I am a woman of, women and sisterhood and sorority and stuff. And so these women have given us context clues and hints over the year as to what the hell is going on. Why y'all mad when that man came up here and recounted his testimony? Like
40 years.
This is what I'm saying. Like, why is this such a shock? I'm not shocked.
And then before I even dropped the interview, Jada takes her ass on the Breakfast Club to co-sign what Bilal said in my interview about them having a legal dispute. And I'm like, you ain't even seen the interview. He said something about Jada that was so crazy. When I look at her, I can't even look at her the same, because he said that he called Jada, and we're going to get back to you real quick, but he called Jada on the couch in the house with Mark Anthony. Fucking.
The singer,
Will did.
The singer, Mark Anthony?
J-Lo's husband. What's his name?
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, that's who you right.
Yeah.
That's his name. I'm
J-Lo's ex-husband.
That Jada was on the couch with fucking Mark. Okay.
At their house.
Oh.
And Will beat her, according to Bilal, so bad in her face they had to put a makeshift hospital in the house to have surgery and reconstruct her face.
What?
If you look at, as Black women, we age. And when we age, our face doesn't change much. Mm-hmm. Jada has a totally different face and head shape.
See, so what...
Jada used to have a very flat face.
Yeah, she's very, very
very little
off.
Peanut head. Yeah. Her face now looks like a skull.
Right. And I was thinking that was probably due to age and losing collagen.
But look at her mom.
Her mom is bomb. Right.
And she smoked crack.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So how is it that her mom is in her 70s and looks younger than her daughter? But if you look at the construction of Jada's face, I'm like, something is off. Mm-hmm. And so when he said that, he was a part of the let's keep this under wraps team, get the hospital in here, the doctors in here.
Yeah.
He said Will had blacked out on Jada, according to him, and beat Jada so bad she was unrecognizable. And they had to perform multiple surgeries on her face. And when you look at her face now as opposed to Jada, it's like she's not that old. Mm-hmm. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like,
so you feel like there could be some truth or merit into
because I'm looking at, like, when you look at the structure of the jawbone, like Jada never had a sharp kind of saw, kind of like it looks like one of the muscular head. Do you know that?
But my thing is, why is he talking all their business though?
Bro, listen.
There's not no NDA. There
bro,
was
listen.
No...
He said he refused to sign a motherfucking NDA. He's been knowing Will since they was kids. He ain't signed a motherfucking thing.
Well, they joined like the Church of Scientology. With
he said he tried to get them to join too.
Yeah.
And Jada put it in her book, like that she, tried, is roped into Scientology and all that shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, the stuff that he talked about, it was kind of like I just can't get Jada's face or head out of my face because out of my head because I'm like, she doesn't look the same. In Black women, we don't. Her mom aged.
But if she was fucking Mark Anthony on a couch in their house, and
Will comes from his dad beating his mom's ass. So him seeing that, because Will wrote about in this book that his dad used to beat his mom's ass, and he wanted to kill his dad one day because his dad was beating his mom.
Okay.
And so he never could defend his mom. And he's even, but you would think men that grow up to watch their dads beat their mothers consistently. And when you hear somebody who is close to Will, who knows his family and everything, him say this, it's kind of like, and then when you look at her face and then you look at the mom's face, and then she said she had alopecia, he said that they had to make a makeshift hospital in the house so none of this would leak out, that he did this because Will would have lost everything. But he was triggered so much. Yeah, like Bilal came through and was like, bow. But
yikes.
That interview is on TashaKLive.com. But yeah, it is. And you notice there's crickets out there because at first he was like, he ain't no way he lying. Then I released the interview, crickets. Because they're still trying to process that shit. It's a lot.
Everybody's trying to process it.
It's a lot. And then now the Diddy, not a Diddy stuff, it's too much. It's so much. It's so
This
heavy.
was a crazy week down to Keke Palmer and her mama's accusation.
Yeah.
Like, things were definitely leaked. And there was a lot of information this week. It was very
but I got my thoughts about that Keke Palmer situation. I'm going to put them out later. I'm like, Keke. Okay. But back to you, though.
Yes.
So 9 lives.
Yeah.
How many times have you almost died having surgery? Be honest.
Okay, so 1, 2. I had complications with like the boob job early on in 2015. But literally, the nose jobs were needed. That was an accident, and I had to like fix them. Didn't almost die in those. It was just the 2 from Turkey and Miami that I almost lost my life for. Now,
Isis from Surgery 411.
I hate that bitch. Yeah.
She came on my show and said that you was doing cocaine. You had tested positive for cocaine. Was that true?
Really? To be funky 100? Yeah, I did. It was my anniversary, my wedding anniversary. I got at a big yacht. See, invited bitches that shouldn't probably be invited because I was trying to be like, okay, we're celebrating my anniversary. My husband wanted to go up. We was there on the yacht. Like, okay, I did a bump of coke. And like, so what? Like, so.
And you showed up for surgery the next day?
No, surgery was not the next day. Surgery was like 3 days later. And I tested positive for the substance in the surgery. So they couldn't do the procedure. So they said, well, wait another 3 days. So Monday, because I guess coke goes out your system really
Yeah, that happened was like 24 hours.
So when I went, so then when I went to the surgery on that next like Monday or Tuesday, I was clean.
Okay.
And I got my surgery. That had nothing to do with all the things that happened with that.
She said that your husband was like hitting on her, saying that he wished that like you would look like her.
Think she's delusional on that part. She allegedly couldn't stand my husband because he was going hard on her.
What you mean?
Like, he was just telling her what it was. Because Isis was on some weird stuff. It's one of those things. Isis presented the surgery opportunity to me. She kept hitting me up, begging me to do this. Like, I can recorrect the revision tummy tuck of you in Turkey and blah, blah, blah. And you almost died. And I could do it right. And I got this team. And she set the whole trip to Miami and everything up. The only part I did was like, okay, it's my wedding anniversary. And before I go have this horrendous surgery and go under, my husband and my daughter can't like be around me for a minute. Okay, I'm gonna go up and have this anniversary party. So that was never that. Like, they threatened guns. It was a police report. Like, they really tried it. They tried to rob me of stuff out the hotel room when I was down.
It was a lot going on that live stream.
It was a lot. It was a lot going on at that time, and they took advantage of me when I was vulnerable. Coming out of that type of revision, tummy tuck surgery, I was not coherent. And if I was in Miami. If I didn't have probably my husband at the time and my daughter with me, I could have died like Jackie O. I had sepsis after that. Like, that's why I have stomach scars. Like, I had sepsis. Like, it was fucked up. But my family's in the medical business, so my mom knew, like, she needs to go to the ER. I got a bag of Rosefin before I got on the plane, landed in Vegas, went to infectious disease, had sepsis, was immediately in the hospital on stuff. I wasn't just sitting there, like, sick and about to die. Like, I had the right.
Why you keep having surgery?
That was in 2021. That's the last surgery I had. I had got a mommy makeover. I had got offered an opportunity. I was trying to lose weight after my pregnancy. I had my baby at 40. Like,
Hazel, how old are you?
I'm 43.
Okay.
Everybody thinks I'm some little ass girl. No, I know.
Because
Yeah, no. But I'm grown. Like, I'm 43-year-old. So I had my baby at 40. It was not as easy for me to shed the weight, shed the pounds. I was like, fuck, I have perfected this body. Like, I couldn't get back.
But the thing about it is, I'm going to be honest with you. Because like I said, I've been following you since you hit the scene on TV, right? Mm-hmm. There was nothing wrong with your body. I hated when you went and got your BBL. I hated it.
And it was really like a skinny BBL because I was really tiny at the time.
But then you got to gain weight and then...
Yeah, I had to gain weight. Katt was feeding me like... He was feeding me to get that BBL. Like, and I wanted to come back on TV like...
And he encouraged you to get a BBL?
It's not that he encouraged it. He just financed it. He was like, what do you want to do to fix yourself? Like, what do you feel like going back on TV... You need what, nigga? What? Like, I want my natural double D's who, if I take this bra off, gonna hit the floor. I want them lifted up. I want a snatched waist. I want a fatter. That was in the Angel Lola Love. That was in the Nicki Minaj era when the body altering started being like popular. Then you see like a Miss Nicki baby, and these girls come on TV with this plastic surgery, and I'm sitting there just like a real all natural girl, and I'm like, I want some enhancements too.
Because you have an athletic build. Like I said, you look muscular. Yeah. And then you got this big ass behind you. I'm
it's
like,
still
what
muscly.
the hell?
It's still muscly. I'm still muscle. I got a muscle booty.
I'm like, what the hell? I hated it. I'm like, she did not need to do that. Because, you know, women like us who are top heavy.
I was top heavy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We tend to just gain weight up here.
Yeah.
And all you had to do was just hit the gym to build this up. That's what I do. I just hit the gym to build this up.
It's natural thing. And guess what? I would have... If I known, like my mom always said, when you have a baby, you gonna get thick, you gonna get fat. If I would have waited, because now my ass and hips after having a baby are like, damn, this is what I want. Now I wish my ass was a little smaller.
You see what happened to Kiki?
Because I would have literally got it after I had a baby.
Right.
I just waited till I was 40 to have a baby. So I didn't see when everyone's like, oh, you just went on a certain. No, I have not. I literally was fat as fuck and got all of it from having a baby. And the only thing I was trying to do was like, all right, I'm having a little trouble trying to get this medicine. Let me just go. What's they call this mommy makeover shit? So y'all want to pay me to have a mommy makeover, give me a nanny. This is, okay, I'm going to go do this shit. Like, fuck it. Like, what's one more time? Then that shit started going bad. And I was like, oh. So y'all just tried to do a boob lift and gave me some implants and now they're infected. So now y'all got to remove them. And I got some little regular cup titties. Like, yikes. And then this is wrong and that's wrong. And that was like my first time of realizing like, oh shit, fucked up. Then a bitch named Isis comes along. Well, let's fix everything that's wrong. My dumb ass.
Isis has had 3 BBLs.
Isis looks like a fucking action figure, a transformer.
She's so nice though.
Really?
She's really nice.
Do you think she's nice?
I think she is.
No, she's very like messy, like very tries to fabricate the truth. If she would keep it real in her facts, I could respect it. Yeah. But it's like you want to pop so much and you'll do it based off somebody else's name is waxing me. Pop your shit off your own shit.
And we're talking about Isis from Surgery 411. She does link a lot of the girls.
She does.
To doctors. She keeps y'all up on games.
as well for them as well. Be clear. If she come to you, thinks she the one of the Spice situation, thinks she messed up some shit with Sukihana over there with them.
Wait a minute. She said Spice?
Yes. This is all the same plastic surgery clinic that we all got fucked up by. It's all the same one surgery center. All come to by ISIS.
So wait a minute. So when she went to the DR and she got sepsis, no, she said she had a hernia. Spice.
No, what I know about this plastic surgery that went bad was at the same surgery center that I was at in Miami.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Which was all through ISIS.
Okay. Damn.
That's why when I think Erica was talking about the losing the life, I think it was all based on that because, bitches go out there. Miami has a D level of care responsibility. They're not like Beverly Hills. They're not like Texas. They're not like places that have to give you A-list like aftercare. Like Beverly Hills plastic surgery costs more, which is why bitches run to the DR and to Miami because their protocols are not on the same level. And then you get a situation like a Jackie O because they let you. Beverly Hills, if you go get some work done, no, you're going to their aftercare center with nurses and doctors surrounded by you, monitor you on rest while you got your surgery. There, they wheel you off in a wheelchair, put you on the curb, you figure out how the fuck you go home and how you gonna recover and who gonna help you. That's like the difference. That's why they go out to these places because it's cheaper. Because if you get work done in Beverly Hills, there is an accountability that they have to do. It's A-list level of care. Aftercare. That's where these girls are dying. They're not dying on the table. They're dying when they go home and no one's there to tend to the stuff that's messing up with you that's happening. You just got cut on.
Jason Lee. Yeah. I call him Jason P. He look pissy.
Y'all don't.
He look wet all the time. Look like he, just a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, okay.
Have y'all since made up since he threw the drink in your face?
It's ironic. We have, which I normally typically can't, especially somebody that assaulted me.
Yeah, that was assault.
In that space, which no one gives a fuck about. I got in trouble and canceled for saying homophobic stuff or colorist stuff. Yeah. But no one gets canceled for like assaulting.
I have yet to see the LGBTQ get held liable for any goddamn thing.
And so I got assaulted on TV and then somebody built a whole platform like based off like that assault on me on TV. So I feel some type of way. I've gotten past it. I've talked to Jason. He shows me a lot of love on his platform. And we've come to a better place. Like we actually just recently communicated about why we had so much beef when we initially met. And it was because he was being loyal to Melissa Ford. And I knew a Samaya Reese who couldn't stand him. And we were kind of had this opinion when we got together. And it was like he's literally sent to come on to attack me. And I understand the platform and stuff now. But yeah, like I got assaulted by a man on TV and it's just like, it's okay, because they're in the, community. But I've tried to like let it go. And when I went to the Hollywood Unlocked Awards, I felt a sense of like, wow, this shit was built on my back. Like, on some real shit. And it's like, it's nothing to like him, but in the bigger spectrum of things, like, it hurts. I've been able to build a bridge and he's done several things to rectify that situation with me. But, it's still.
Now, when you say you build Hollywood Unlocked, because
I didn't build Hollywood Unlocked. I feel like I gave the person that built Hollywood Unlocked a platform to build it.
So you got him on Love and Hip Hop.
He got on Love and Hip Hop, and his job was to come for me. And he came for me, and he got that moment, and he got recognition, and the Jason Lee experience, became. And in that, he built this platform, which is like big ups to you because you did something with the fucking show, unlike a lot of people do, run around here homeless and broke and all the other type of shit that half the people from Love and Hip Hop do. You built something off of that opportunity. So that's why I can be like, take me out of it, like take self out of it. One thing I learned how to do through all the countless therapy probably I've gone through with doctors, like take me out of it. You were able to do something with the platform you were given. So even though I felt like it was at my expense, I can at least respect that you built something out of the opportunity. So from that perspective, it's like, if I take me out of it, the bigger cause is this. Put me back in it. Yeah, like it sucked. And I guess that was him doing his job. So
I ain't never assaulted nobody for no views. But listen. I'm
not trying to make excuses for it.
I get it. But he's taking a lot of slack, a lot of hits for that, because they don't let that go.
They don't let it go, and that's what I'm saying. They don't let it go. We literally kind of at a Beyonce concert. He kind of like busted some moves for me, so vice versa, and we kept being in the same space and place, and it was like, this is one of those things that I'm gonna have to let go. Because if not, it's gonna keep going far. And I'm gonna keep sending niggas to your doorstep. And motherfuckers gonna keep slapping you out because I'm built like that. And it's just like, we have to like let this go to exist in a greater space.
Okay, I got you. And then, you know, Hollywood is kind of small.
It's small. It's big, but it's small. No, it's really small.
Yeah, he was upset to hear that I was, I guess, supposedly in his city. It's like, this ain't your city.
Hollywood's a city of many people. Like I said at the beginning of the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood cast. It's a varied collection of different people that come from everywhere. We're
in LA. But let's talk about your marriage. That was very public, very messy, very Keke Palmer-ish.
Very Keke Palmer-ish.
I said, I've seen this.
That's how I know when I seen it. I literally was like, oh my God.
Keke Palmer and Devon, I said, I've seen this before.
You said Keke Palmer and Devon.
Yes, I said.
Right, you done mixed the two together because it looked too familiar. It looked exactly the same almost.
I know. First of all, where the fuck did Devon come from?
Right. How? Why? Yeah, how? Why? He came from...
He's a nice looking guy.
He was a nice looking guy. And I came back from out the country. And just to be honest, I was in one of those, I'm almost about to be 40. Okay. So let me try to find my husband and have a baby era. Like, cause the time clock is ticking, all my friends are doing it, like whatever. So let me see who steps to the plate.
Okay.
And when you're with a narcissist, they step to the plate. You know, narcissism is something that's popular now, but when I was going through it, like, the gaslighting, the love bombing, those things were like so real. So this attractive younger man who just looks like something out of my dreams, 6'3", you know, tatted up, had that bad boy kind of thing, but lover boy sense. It was just like, okay. And you want to get married and you want to have a baby, and then marriage boot camp calls and asked us to go on the show. So now we get in a bag together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because it just came out of nowhere. You just met him at a bar one night or some shit?
No, he literally slid in my DMs.
Oh, damn.
But I was like with one of his DJ friends, and I had just started running back around Houston. I was out with Tiana and Iman, and we was like getting lit, and he like, you know, had a good word for him put in. So I like put the nigga to some tests, like, come here and help me move into my new apartment in Houston. I just moved back to Dubai. Let me see what you made of type. Let me see if you a real I was tired of Hollywood guys. I was like, let me just find me a regular dude, because I just need somebody to be loyal. I can go get this bag by myself. And he showed up as that.
So you started taking care of him. What did he do for a living at the time? He said he was a model. Actor.
He was an aspiring model.
Oh my God.
But he had many jobs. He worked at the airport and bringing like aircrafts in. He was in the oil field, like doing like oil rig stuff.
And he was how old?
He was 25 at the time.
Oh my God. You on your Keisha like Cole, bitch.
My Mariah Carey. It was a lot of us. It was, and you know what? It's so sad is I looked at them women as examples for my horrible behavior.
But Nick Cannon is different though.
Is he at his own bag?
Yes.
Okay.
He had his own.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nick Cannon in his own bag. He take care of all his baby mamas.
He do.
Everybody get a house. Everybody get a car. I'll be like, God damn, Nick, let me jump in for a baby one.
Right. Like his situation, his concubine seemed done right.
Yeah.
Like if you gonna have one, you better get into it like Nick do, because I don't hear none of them bitches having problems.
None of them. He said they ain't even got to get along. He don't give a damn because he gonna keep them all happy anyway.
Yeah, like Katt was on the same type of time at certain points. Like his concubine just knew not to speak, you know?
So wait a minute, it was more than one of y'all with Katt? It was more than you?
That's what I started to like find out, that these assistants and these other women that were like around might not have necessarily been the housekeeper or the chef. Like they might have been the chef, but they was also sucking dick like, in the pantry.
Katt said, you bitches gonna work. You gonna work. So you cooking.
For sure.
And you fucking.
Yeah. You gonna
cutting
be on
grass.
stage performing. You gonna, Hazel, you finna walk out in this fur motherfucking coat to bring me out. Like, everybody had their role. And as I like, thought I was like, you know, the HBIC, I definitely, you know, walked in on a situation or two that I was like, oh, what is that?
What did you walk in on? What was Katt doing?
I don't even know what we was just talking about.
It's okay.
Yeah.
What'd you walk in on?
I definitely walked in on him. One time to be definitely familiar with him and one of his like assistant type. One of the girls who went to jail with him in that whole...
They was fucking?
They were definitely like spooning. And I think some fucking... was going when we were moving out of the house in Malibu. And I was like, no wonder she feels so entitled to him. Because I didn't understand why these girls would feel comfortable to like call the phone all night, or if we're in the hotel and he's getting ready for like why they can just come in the room, like why are these extra and he
only kept women around.
He only kept women around. Unless it was security. And even then he still had like two security, two strong like female security, but like, yeah, like why are all these women?
Damn, Katt. Damn, said, bitch, you cooking, you washing clothes, you doing this.
Yeah, you sucking dick.
And you sucking dick at the same time. You can't suck dick your period. Okay, you gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like, and they all lived in the house.
Yeah, they're all taking, and I still, like some of them are still taking care of him at this day.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there was like, and so when I go to say like Nick's concubine works because ain't none of them bitches complaining. I think in the Muslim culture, you know, they get 5 wives and like...
He Muslim?
He's not even Muslim, but I feel like he's adapting that
right, you want more wine
philosophy.
or you okay?
I'm okay.
Okay, cool.
Because I have this whole other glass.
Okay,
that was my refill.
Okay, cool.
I feel like, it's like in Muslim culture, I feel like he's adapting, or some of the, with some people, Mormon. Yeah. Yeah, he's adapting some other type of... religious philosophy. Floyd does it, like, you know.
Now, what? Because they got the money to do it. You got to have the money to do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's the rule. Yeah, there's a rule to it, you guys.
Got to have the money to do it. Now, back to Devon. So, you guys, he slides in your DM. You're married. Did you buy your own ring?
Yep, and as I showed it, and I'll show it again, you see that diamond is gone.
Yeah.
It's not even that I bought the ring.
Why the diamond gone?
Because I took it out and made it a band, saved the diamond for Ava so she can have whatever she want later in the future. And it's just like, I'm married to myself. This Cartier ring I got in Dubai when I said I was married to the game. So I ended up putting that back on. And then with the ring, like, I'm married to myself. Like, I'm going to, like, there's symbols of me just like, you going to love yourself this time, bitch.
So you were paying all the bills?
Yeah.
The whole marriage?
The whole time. When he would get lump sums of like from like marriage boot camp, like an opportunity I would present him, he would just hand me over, you know, the money, like whatever he would get, he just gave to me. And he was very that way in the beginning. So it was just like, okay, we're going on a TV show. I might be getting 200,000. You're getting 20,000. But when you got your 20,000, you give it all to me. So I'm like, well, he just gave me $20,000. Not thinking like, when I got you the platform, when I got the position, and now you giving me a little 20,000.
But you still gonna end up taking care of him.
My mom and I just broke this down the other day, like of what this was, and she's like, of course he gonna give you 20,000 because he know you just got 200. Like he know he about to be living a this lifestyle instead of a this. And at that time I was like, whatever, he looks good, he's fine, he's loyal.
Yeah. Was he great in bed?
He was a freak. He was attentive. He was such a pleaser. Like when you've been married for 20 years, so you don't know what it's like being with a narcissist, like this narcissistic men, like Nene, like women are speaking on it now. When you get that type of man, you're their supply, you're their motive, you're the thing. Did you watch Tinder Swindler?
Yeah.
He's literally a Tinder swindler. Like, it's literally that. It's like a real thing. And so, and probably Darius to Kiki, like, and they come and you get so high off of the love, the admiration, all the
attention they putting into you because they ain't got no job.
Niggas gonna take your shoe. Listen, this is the psychological shit. This is some real shit, and I've never said this in my life, and I'm on wine. I used to watch bitches. Katt would come in and they would take his shoes off and rub his feet. We seen Kim Kardashian do it to her man, was on Chris Humphries. We heard about Beyonce. Well, maybe Tierra told me that Beyonce used to do it for Jay-Z or whatever. Anyways, she used to take off his shoes and rub his feet when he came in. So I seen it happen with Katt. So then when I found the guy to come in and take my shoes off and rub my feet, I felt like I'm one of them niggas. And so when you find that narcissist behavior of a person and their goal is for them to get you and to suck whatever it is, and you're going to provide for them, take care of them, they're going to get to live your way of life. I don't know what men, I feel like women probably do it to men, but like now men are doing it to like women. And it felt like, wow, like shit. Like, I got this fine ass niggas over here rubbing my feet. He gonna do this, he gonna do that. Okay, whatever, I just paid for dinner. Whatever, I just paid the rent. Like, whatever, but he doing this and that. Like, it was a thing at the time. And I felt like I was trying to emulate something that I saw from a past relationship. Like, I wanted to be.
Did he put hands on you?
Yes, he did. But I'm one of them chicks that like, I'm gonna step back. And so it becomes like more of a mutual combat because now I want the smoke too. And so I never wanted to be like the battered like victim. Like I wanted to be like, oh, he might have slammed me in that motherfucking door and grabbed my arm and did whatever. But I came across that nigga's head with a, you know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to have it more of that than, oh, he's choking me and I'm about to die. Like I was not trying to be that girl. That girl.
So y'all was fighting together?
Yeah. Like that girl was my mom. So I was trying not to be like that girl. My mom always says I throw her under the bus, but I'm not. I'm just raising awareness that I did grow up in a house with domestic violence. So when I became a person of domestic violence, I tried to do what my mom didn't do, which was fight back, you know?
So the video of him throwing Ava.
Shit.
Because I saw the video. He just tossed the baby.
He tossed the baby.
How long did you have that video? How long did you have that video?
So when I got back from Miami from the bad plastic surgery and I had sepsis, I had to stay in the hospital for like 17 days. It was like 14, 17 days. And I had security cameras set up in my home. And he wasn't answering the phone one morning. And so I log into the security camera and I see him talking to her crazy. I see him toss her across, like he woke up like angry. I saw who he was. That video automatically saved to my phone. That was 2021. I ended up putting it out 2022. And I called my mom and I was like, I need you to leave from Houston and come to my house in Vegas because Davon is like losing his mind. He's there with Ava all day. He can't process it. I sent her the video footage and she was like, oh no, like I'm there. So my mom came that very next day and she stayed for 3 weeks to help me with Ava and help recover me once I got out the hospital. He never even knew I had like the video because I said that day, I said, when I'm better and I don't need this nigga's help with my child, because I was sick for a lot of our marriage because of these surgeries. I was like, I'm done because I'm tired. Like you're taking advantage, you're cheating on me, and I'm over here trying to maintain the image of some bitch that you in their DMs on Instagram. I'm over here about to lose my life.
Same way he was in your DM.
Yeah, same way. And And I'm trying to do this and that's how you doing me and that. And so, like I said, when I put that video out, speaking of that video subconsciously when we talked at the beginning of this, was to hold myself accountable because I didn't want him to, oh, baby, no, please, I'm never going to do it again. I'm going to be a stay-up man. I went through that for 3 years of, I'm going to change. I'm going to be better, whatever. So that day, I put it out. I was holding myself accountable like, you're not going to go back to this. Because if you do, ain't nobody fucking with you in this world. Ain't nobody gonna help you. Ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you. You're gonna be a piece.
Why you ain't call the police on him? You put your hands on my child. That's what I think that's why I dragged you, because I was like...
No, because, and yeah, you did. Because at that time, I was in the hospital. And my mom did come, and Davon had his own little mental situation. I just wanted the peace. And I'm just not calling a police ass bitch. Like, I don't know.
But the baby though, you going to jail.
Right. And so, but in that time, and being that I was in the hospital and not able to like be there and be present, like, I don't want CPS in my life. I don't want child protective services there. I don't want this stuff like looming around me. I just want to handle the situation. I thought I handled the situation by having my mom come and relieve him of that type of stress. Because in his brain, he was like, but you were in the hospital about to die. I didn't know how to handle the baby. Like, in his like erratic, frantic behavior, I was just having a bad mood. Like, this is how I reacted to that situation. I thought I had rectified it by having my mother come and take over. Because so what was going to do good on that day, I'm sitting in a hospital bed, he there, the police come, and what the fuck gonna happen to Ava? Like, no.
Yeah.
No. I'm not finna be having the laws in my life with my kid. Like, let me just handle this nigga. Like, I got it. My mom about to come. I'm going to fight my ass off. I'm going to get better. I'm going to do everything these doctors say. I'm going to get home.
So you felt helpless pretty much, like?
Yeah. Like, I was in the... I didn't watch it when I was at the nail shop chilling. You know what I'm saying? I was hooked up to IVs, about to lose my life from sepsis. Like, he was her father. That was his daughter. Like, I didn't know I was going to wake up to that horror that day. But I knew I was never going to let it go. Once I got better, the day I got my wound back off, the day I walked out of there and they said I was able and clear, I got busy on that nigga. Like, I kept my promise to myself. And I held myself accountable.
Yeah, he definitely, you did take to the internet. I was like, Hazel, why is this all this on the internet? What's going on?
Because y'all don't know what type of nigga he is. Hence why this Keke Palmer, because I feel like now they're exposing the type of person that, you know what I'm saying? She sensed the Usher situation. Like, this is ironic. Like, but in that situation, we were at the Usher shows. We were at the Usher's concert. He was always mad that, you know what I'm saying? Like, Usher's like a friendly guy. Like, to a narcissist, that's a threat. When in real life, like, that is not a threat. That's freaking Usher Raymond, like, one of the GOATs. Like, that's not a threat. Like, this is, like, his job to engage, like, whatever. And to them, they feel like it's a threat because you about to take away their lifeline. To a narcissist, man, we are their lifeline. We are the thing that supplies them, feeds them, keep them relevant, feeds them, clothes them, house them, protects them. And now you became a threat, and then we get punished for it. Hence.
Lord. So where are you guys at now, you and Devon? Is he seeing the baby?
No. So he did all this court shit and got lawyers and stuff and fought for custody. He lost. I got primary custody. We got like joint, like I agreed to like joint, which means that if she's about to be in the hospital and die, he can make a decision as to what hospital she was with. He's supposed to get visitations due to his situation with his new bitch, his 9th new bitch. He ended up back in Buffalo with his mama because he's still doing the same stuff. I had got privy to information that he was doing stuff similar to his new girl as to me. And so she put him out. So right now he don't pay no money and he don't get no visitation. Like, my daughter's my daughter. He's becoming a FaceTime dad, as he would say to his family. They FaceTime like
Buffalo, New York?
Buffalo. He's back
and we're in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's back in Buffalo. Like, because you're doing the same thing. And when women, she thought she like got a prize when I had said, oh, shorty thinks she got a prize, she really got a bill. Like, once you like wake up to what you're dealing with, then it becomes like,
yeah,
like for real. Like, wow, like I should have listened to the lie detector test on Marriage Boot Camp because I could have been rid of myself of this problem.
What celebrity man have you dated besides Katt?
Okay.
I know you're very public with Katt. And I know Berg.
Okay.
Who else besides Berg?
There was Chet Hanks.
You dated Chet?
I was the first black girl that popped him off for all these others to go and get him. What you mean? I remember one time me and Katt was walking through the airport and we saw a headline on, is it Star magazine?
Yeah.
And it was saying that his parents were blaming me for his like drug like rehab or whatever. And
what?
It's just like, no, it's not. Like Chet was always in a rehab before me. And but yeah, like you can go in there. There's a lot of stuff with me and Chet. Like he was outside with me. Like that was right before Katt, when Berg started dogging me out. Chet came around.
So how is Chet? Because I heard the girls be checking for him. Chet good at what he do? He ain't good in bed?
Chet just one of them fly white boys who love black women. So
and he spends his parents' money.
He definitely gonna spend. I mean, but he's had acting jobs and he's had his own thing. But I mean, his dad is like worth $350 million.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So you essentially spending Tom Hanks' money.
Yeah, and he likes like, and I was like on Love and Hip Hop and I was on TV, and he definitely, you know.
Did you ever meet Tom Hanks?
I did not, and I was trying to make it to Christmas. I was like, if I make it to Christmas, I'll be at Christmas. That was my little clout.
How do you feel about his ex-girlfriend coming out saying that like he abused her and everything? Is that his character?
Not to my knowledge, no. And I just talked to Chet too. Like he might be self-sabotaging, but like I think she probably had to have some like aggression to him because, and I'm not trying to like defend that, and it sounds like so like whatever, but to my like experience with Chet, he might have like did drugs or like took it overboard on that, like self-sabotaging.
Think his parents just gave him too much as a kid?
And I think that he's always like had this rebellious spirit, and he just loves black and urban culture and just feels like that's where he belongs and wants acceptance into the community. And yeah, like that's just, but him like, come on, he Chet Hanks, like, not to put it past him,
right?
But like, nah, like I seen the situation, stuff like that. Like you had to bring Chet some smoke. Like you really, when I seen him post of his bloody head and all that shit, it was like, yeah, that's what you would have had to done to Chet, because Chet's not just gone.
You know, he's an easy target. Who his daddy is, he get that bread. You know,
and
get that
really
bread, get that head, and leave. Listen, who else have you dated that's a celebrity? First of all, let me start this because everybody's doing this new body count thing. What's your body count?
Oh my God, Jesus, I would never. Yeah, real ladies would never tell. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm not in the double digits. I'm not like far in like the double digits or whatever.
35?
Like, no.
That's too many?
35. Like I've had my dating history is like on like line. And the only people before that is probably like who I lost my virginity to in high school. I had one boyfriend in college. I cheated on him with this one basketball player in college. And then, I mean, I've had my bodies in Hollywood, but like not 35, like probably more around like the ones I went to. Like I'm probably like 15, 17.
Okay. Now, you know, they say double that for a woman, though.
Double it?
That's what they say.
Do they say 30? No.
And you 40?
Yeah.
Only
40.
15?
But see, I was married for the last like 3 to 4 years. Okay. So that just, you know what I'm saying? I'm not like I'm saying I'm Drea where you restarted at 10. But no, like totally like throughout, you know, since I lost my virginity at like 18. And I was in those long relationships. Yeah. Because I definitely did bust down a couple. Everybody know about Ray J. That's one that everybody knows about because Berg and Ray J like had to put that out.
Yeah.
You know?
So you slept with Ray J.
Yeah.
Is Ray J really that great in bed? Everybody has been with Ray J. I don't know how I could do Princess.
I mean, I'm close with him and Princess, but like because they've like said it and spoken a million times. It's like, what's the point of denying it? You know, like, I was young. I was in college. Like, I was out here going to Northridge when I met Ray J in like 2000. 2000.
Oh, shit.
Before Berg. Yeah, before Berg, 2000. So, you know, there's been another public one that was like Trey Songz back in the day. When I was a publicist, I'm not going to lie.
Is he aggressive? Because, you know, he's been labeled out here as aggressive and big.
Yeah, he was always aggressive.
They say he like to choke women, pull your hair while you fucking. Is that true?
Yeah. I recall that. Probably a little bit of Molly there was involved too. So yeah, I recall that. But it was consensual.
That's what the lawsuits are saying.
It was consensual back in the day.
But that's what the lawsuits are saying he just choking bitches and fucking.
See, maybe he just got carried away with it and just do shit out of. But I just also feel like, and I don't like to victim blame because you don't know, like, men are like these things, but like, if there's rumors, like when there's smoke, there's fire. Like, don't act like you don't like to get choked out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so Trey Songz is good at what he does.
I mean, he used to say dance on the dick. It's too much wine. She said
Trey.
I mean, he used to be dance on the dick. Like, you know what I'm saying, back then. And I was like it's public, and I was excited. We was getting so much money and like doing shows and PR. It was like, it was a good time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Who else, girl? Like, I'm just enjoying this.
Oh my God, this is like the fucking hotels.
Yeah.
She's
You're Hazel-E, come on. Like,
my God.
We trying to figure out like how, like, you bag Katt. Like, out of all people, everybody trying to get that bag.
They was trying to, people act like he was like not one of them guys to catch.
Katt out, listen, Shaq won the round. God damn it.
Let's see.
I'll be Mrs. Williams.
Who's somebody?
Mrs. Williams has entered the building.
Yeah, right. It was one that was out there at that time was James Harden, a basketball player.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like when he was still like on the Thunder, like that. That was like my first hotel, and I didn't even know what like hotels were then. That was like back in the Melissa Ford and Superhead, like, you know, days. And I was like over there talking about whatever who I had. Yeah, so it was like a James Harden. He was like, he spent a lot of money. Everybody knows that. Like,
okay. Anybody else you want to name? Or did you publish this?
That's just the only ones I'm going to see right now. That's enough bodies.
Anybody you regret?
Anybody I regret? I mean,
besides your ex-husband, we know.
I try to live life with no regrets. You know. Okay, there's one I'll admit to.
Who? I'm like, oh girl. Oh.
Okay. It's not even a big deal, but it's pertinent to probably today. Neo. I was his publicist and stuff too. And
you fucking the clients, child.
I was. The clients are fucking the real bitch.
Did they pay you more if you fucked them or something?
Oh my God.
You like, my normal rate as a publicist is this.
No, it was.
But
after the PR campaigns, the niggas wanted to get to know you personally. Don't get it twisted. All these behind the scene bitches get it in. Don't listen. Just because you the publicist and you're a retainer to help blow up a nigga's career, don't mean that they're not trying to, like, I've turned down advances from some of the clients, like, no, I'm not doing that. But certain ones, it's like, I mean, you catching a vibe, you in the studio with them, you working with them, you late night.
Inspired. You inspired. Okay, out of everybody you just named, biggest dick. You remember the big dick now.
I have everybody I just named the biggest dick.
I think I know who it is, but go.
Who do you think it is?
Trey Songz.
Yes. How did you know?
It's them skinny niggas.
It's the skinny niggas.
Trey Songz built like a soccer player. It's the skinny niggas.
It's the skinny niggas.
Okay.
It was Trey. Literally, I was about to say it. Like, that's crazy.
Okay, best dick though. Because you have a big dick, but not be the best dick.
Like
out of everybody that you did. Best time. Who made you nut out of all of them?
Well, the irony is the two on the smaller spectrum, like the Berg and the Katt. But it's because I think it was more of an intimate.
So Berg and Katt made you orgasm.
And they're Virgos. James is Virgo too. Like, but it was more probably because they had to, like, you know, they weren't maybe as, you know,
they weren't too big or what?
That's what I said. They had to put in a little bit more work.
Because they little. Berg.
I love how you read the situation. That's
Berg
a gift.
got a small dick. The way, what's her name? What's the girl name? That he was just fighting with online, his girlfriend artist. He always fucking his artist. What's that little girl name?
Not Tweet.
Tink.
Tink.
Yes. So Tink's an amazing artist, right?
Yes.
I'm like,
she's so cute.
And when she started fucking on Berg, I was like, what are you?
Duh.
It's giving you selling pussy for tracks, right? That's what it gave to me.
To be in her defense. It's not selling pussy for tracks. It's you're in the studio. You're in these intimate environments. Like my lash starts sticking together, so I'll start lying. You're in the studio. You're in these intimate environments. You're creating these songs. You're creating this magic. You guys are taking over the world. Everybody wants a Jay-Z and Beyonce love. They all want this like moment. And so you're falling from them. You're getting money together and stuff like that, you know? So you're falling in love with the life and what it comes with. You know? Yeah. So it wasn't that she was fucking for
But she was out here tripping like Berg got a big dick. Like, like the way she was, the bitch showed up in Mexico. Berg was in Mexico when she went off because
it was
Berg,
not about the penis.
She said he didn't speak to her. Like she didn't answer the phone.
Because he's really arrogant. He will give it up like that. He will make you feel like you are nothing, that you don't exist. Like he finna play in your face. He went and got my homegirl and played in my face like, bitch, you're not my bitch. Let me show you how much you're not my bitch. I'm gonna go play with your bitches and watch how they give it up to me. Like
he had her going crazy.
Right, because it's the you're disrespecting me to this level. And I'm dealing with all these shortcomings and like how dare you? You know? It's that,
but he had good dick though.
He was a pleaser. There are certain men that are pleasers, certain men that are takers.
So I know them kind. They ain't coming till you come.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, more of those kind. They want you to have the better experience.
And Katt, he definitely made you.
Yeah. Like I loved, it was easy to maintain, easy to do. It wasn't like.
But he's not huge.
But you can't. How?
Katt doesn't have a big dick, but he knows how to work it.
But how do you
motion in the ocean?
Motion in the ocean. Not even small. He is proportionate to who he is. I wouldn't expect nothing more, nothing less. Because there's some little dick niggas out here.
I just like Katt got a little dick.
Like Berg is way like Berg is like
y'all
shocking.
just made up. You and Berg just made up, and he's gonna be like, did she get on the internet and say I had a small dick?
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, like in retrospective, like, because I cannot. If I have to throw one of them niggas under the bus, it's never gonna be Katt. But what I'm saying is, because people listen, and to be fair to myself, I'm gonna say because I dated smaller, shorter guys. Like I have this stigma, like I like short men and I like little niggas. Like you know what I'm saying? And it's not even that, but like. In retrospect to two shorter, smaller men that I was with, like Katt holds his own for who Katt is. I don't expect Katt to be like Shaq and then be like Katt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me?
Katt
is Katt and Katt got Katt.
So you're saying the dick is proportionate to the body.
Right.
And with that, he know how to work within the parameters.
I don't think, you're not gonna walk out displeased.
So basically it was like he had a pussy and just rubbing it against you. That's what she's saying.
I'm not saying we were scissoring.
Katt Williams was scissoring. This is gonna go like, you have no idea, bro. Like, oh my God.
We was all scissoring.
But if it's little, he just rubbing it against the clit. He just rubbing.
Katt was not scissor, no. I have scissored with some guys.
You've scissored with guys?
I'm just saying with somebody with a smaller, really disproportionate size penis to who they were. I was like, damn, I should have just probably scissored with me.
Oh. Who was it? Is it a celebrity?
Yeah.
Who, child? I need to know. You got to give me this one last one.
No, because I'll die. I'll end up now. I'll be dead after the time.
You will not be dead, child.
It will be.
Because I'll be like, I know who you is, and if something happened to her.
If you ever can figure out who it is, Because word on the town is like, I'm not the only person keeping the secret. Is yeah, you would come up, and I would admit it to you if you figured it out.
How the hell am I supposed to figure it out? Give me a hint. Give me first letter.
Oh no, not a first letter. If you could figure out, oh my God, it's so terrible because anything I say is gonna lead to.
I just want. It is what it is. Who is it? Who got the micro penis? Who is in Hollywood got the micro penis?
Maybe not even Hollywood. It could be in the sports world. It could be in the rap. It could be in a whole different.
I'm gonna ask her after this interview. I'm gonna get that name. I'm gonna get that name, Lord Jesus. Women, you been with women?
I have been with a woman before.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Celebrity? So it's women's, because you had to think. Celebrity?
No, some women's, like to. I mean, well, Tier ate my pussy before.
What? Your roommate?
Yeah.
Ray J? Was she with Ray J at the time?
For sure.
And she ate your pussy?
It was not even like warranted. Like, it was like, she came in the room.
Tierra Mac.
Niggas just don't want her to suck dick. She eat pussy good too. And the thing about it is I didn't even really like want it. And I think that was like also part of the breakdown of the friendship is that like once you're trying to like start trying to get intimate, and for me, like I've been like, I've dealt with women before. I even tried a girlfriend at one point, and I realized like being in a lesbian relationship wasn't like going to be like my thing. Like, I didn't like the responsibilities that came with it. And so
now who gonna be the man today, bitch? You taking out the trash. You know what?
It's something I've learned. Gender roles are important to me. Gender roles are important.
Now who gonna get out of there and change his tire?
And I'm more always like the nigga in the situation, even though I expect to be the. And so, yeah, I definitely got woken up to some freaky shit before.
Like what?
With just a head, like a face. Y'all seen the revenge porn thing with 50 Cent, like, and hit her whole thing, the revenge and the nut in the face. It's a frequent face that it's not just with men. And so,
do you think she just get drunk and just do it?
Yeah. Tier is a very sexual being. Like, I always told her I admired her for like her extreme like ability to be like a complete sexual being. Like, people think Amber Rose is a complete sexual being. Tier, like, she's a complete. Is it succubus? Is that?
But is it like? Yeah, I know what you're trying to say. I do. Mm-hmm. I forgot the word, but I know exactly what you're trying to say.
Yeah, it's like one of those, and I'd be like, damn, like the way that she can just like exude sex and sexiness, like, and it always revolves around sex, like it's. And then when I realized it's not, just
but it only happens when she's under the influence.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, things go down in Hollywood. Like, that's why we hear like these stories that come out, because things like go down. And yeah, that was like a thing that went down. And I was like, okay, like, it's not like trying to be like my thing. Like, I'm not trying to like do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like,
So any other celebrity women besides Tierra Mac? Damn, Tierra, I'm sorry.
No, that's so sad. There was witnesses there, so if she tried to, anyway, she wouldn't.
Said if it gets thick, we can pull some receipts. I woke up.
I have a red laptop, and I'm like, I have this red laptop of like my love and hip hop days that has like such historic and iconic information in it.
Y'all be doing in Hollywood. That's why I gotta get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, it's tricky out. This is why it took me so long to move back.
And you know why I think y'all be doing? Y'all real hypersexual out here. Ain't shit to do. Y'all got nice houses. The beaches is too cold. You know what I'm saying? It's never like, oh, I'm gonna go outside. In Florida, there's always something to do, right? I'm from Florida, right? You know what I'm saying? Or even Atlanta. So it's like, y'all ain't got nothing to do but just party and have house parties and fuck and drink and do drugs.
That's all probably what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Y'all got this money. You can't go nowhere. I mean, you can't. I mean, you go to Vegas, but you go fuck over there, get drunk.
Vegas is even crazy.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, this all you, and I'm like, y'all got to get out. Go to the Poconos, goddammit. Go.
I travel. I go international.
Alaska right there. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just be Diddy have them reading the court documents with Cassie. Diddy having these voyeurism parties where he watching.
Yeah, that's a thing.
You been to one of his parties before? Diddy?
Tierra definitely took me to like a Diddy event or two, or he came over the house a couple times.
It was a voyeurism where a sex party, everybody got masks on and they fucking.
I don't think it was like Eyes Wide Shut. No, it was definitely Eyes Wide Open though. Like I definitely seen a couple things. Like, you know, even like I've seen Diddy at a Prince party. Like that was very interesting at the Academy Awards one year. Like I've seen.
What you thought you do at a Prince party?
Like I was like, I've seen like, oh, I love Prince. He really liked to ask you if you eat blueberry pancakes in the morning. I will confirm that shit. He definitely.
Now I smell blueberry pancakes.
Yeah. I think I remember Queen Latifah on Diddy's back, like hopping through the party with Lucy Liu on the table with her dress. It was like a thing. Like there's these really upper echelon parties and stuff does get like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's when Duck
Queen
and the Puppers
Latifah was on Diddy's back.
No, Diddy was on Queen Latifah's back.
They was naked?
No, like horse playing through like the party. Like you just horse playing, like having fun. That's when I remember Queen like ducked with Ebony when like her girlfriend, like before, like she was like out and like, you know, proud when she was still like ducking and hiding. Like there was an era of not social media where things and people tried to keep stuff private. There was that era. Like I grew up in that era still. So
what's the craziest thing that you saw?
The craziest thing
that can't get out your head that you've seen a celebrity do? Especially as PR.
As a PR, the craziest thing. There was a lot of crazy things that I saw. There's a couple situations. One situation that is like sticking out in my mind is when after Tank's Grammy nominee, like, and he didn't win the award that year. We did a hard campaign. I remember Suge Knight coming on the bus and just pressing the fuck out of him. Like it was crazy. Like it was like really like some gangster shit. Like Suge Knight and the Suge Knight era, like on some what time it is, home like street press, like real gangster shit.
Like why you didn't win?
Like where my money at? Like where your street pass at type nigga? Like some real.
What was he arguing with Tank about?
Suge Knight used to be in this era in place of street dudes. Like you had to, when people come to LA, you have to pay your street taxes out here. Even now, these artists have to now. That's why people are getting shot. Like you have, like it's street protection. Like you have to be okay to like have a street pass to move around in Hollywood. Like you can't just come out here flossing, flexing money. You're not paying these shooters, these steppers around here to make sure you can move around these streets clear. If not, you're gonna get got. Like that's
why I wear fake jewelry. I ain't got none.
Right. I've had a lot of friends get robbed and stuff out here, and it's, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like it's tricky out here. And so that was some like real gangster shit that I seen. Like you always like read about it, heard about it, and I was like, that's some gangster shit. Like he was like, and Suge was so play. He was so G. He's like, all the lady, please exit the bus right now. Like, so before I even get into this nigga, this business here, let the women exit the bus. I was like, okay, let me go on and get my shit to exit the bus. Because Suge Knight just hopped up on the tour bus after the Grammys on some gangster shit. That was fucking crazy.
And you the PR, you had to step off the bus.
I had to step off the bus and some shit went down. I know Suge was paid at the end of that night for whatever street passes was going on.
How did Tank look after he paid him?
He was definitely shook.
Damn, Tank.
It was shook.
Tank said, I'm just a singing nigga. I like my ass ate.
It was.
Tank said, I'm with the street shit, okay?
It was shooketh. That was shooketh.
Give me one more thing. It's the craziest thing that you know. That was good though. Tank gonna be on the internet responding like
he's gonna be pissed at me. Like he's gonna be mad. Like, but nigga, I still carried up with you and Barry Hankerson. We got that little fight in New Orleans, and I had to write that little press release. Child. So there's many secrets there. Let me see some other crazy.
Barry Hankerson.
I
and Tank.
I'm telling you, I was a real like publicist. And see, that's the thing, NDAs weren't even popular then. Okay, something else that was like extremely crazy. I mean,
what did he do with Barry Hankerson real quick? I'm trying to, that's the R. Kelly, that's a Leah uncle.
Right, okay. Who owned Black Ground Records, right?
Yeah, what happened with Tank and Barry?
Barry had just like ran me some bread because Tank had gotten to this DUI. Like he was like on a little string of bad shit. And he was in New Orleans and got into like a little bar fight brawl and people were suing him and he was arrested. And he just needed the story like cleared up for like a defense mechanism to help, you know, get his client like out. And so that was just like a PR like cover up because it was coming out like the Tank had gotten to this thing and you know so we cleaned it up like to make it look more favorable. One
more and I'll let you go because I know you've been here for a while. I'll let you go. One more.
I love how the podcast is more me read people downtown see than my own. Okay. How do we want to do? Let's see. Yeah. Okay.
You got to go to the publicist. You want the wine. That's why I'm friends with all the publicists.
Okay.
They don't be knowing. They be like, who?
So how do we want to go about this? Because I feel like your platform is like centered around this. And I feel like I can add insight into part of the situation on the dismantling of the Barbie.
Nicki Minaj.
The dismantling of the Barbie and the uprise of Barty Gang. Like, that was like a real thing. Like, Nicki is really not crazy. And I know people say, oh, you're on Nicki's payroll. Or, you know, like, you know, we're like, whatever. But
no, I followed Nicki's journey as a woman. Like, she was a server. I was a server. She
went to school.
Yeah,
she went to
art school. Yeah. She worked her way. And I saw, like, I love that boss mentality.
I met her when she was
the Barb thing is sort of like you know, it's for women like me that watched her
exactly
for the last 17 years, like serve and work at different jobs. Like that's why I was happy that she finally did like that Vogue cover because it gave a lot of insight into who she was. Yeah. But people don't understand like this business will make you mean. It will make you mean. It's gonna make you jaded. Right now. Yeah, I'm not jaded, but no. But as a woman,
me either.
But as a woman, you don't get the same respect that men get.
And I just feel like I touched on it like a little bit before, like just the dismantling of the Barbie. Y'all have to know, like it was like a real thing. Because what was my question? Like, what is
the craziest thing that you saw?
And when that day that they decided to have Cardi come out with Remy Ma on stage at Summer Jam. And they had all these powerful women in hip hop come together to support the dismantling of the Barbie was like big for me because one, it was like the chick that was dismantling her was on Love and Hip Hop. And it was, I just went and checked the mail, got a check from Mona Scott. So we were all on like, yo, this shit is lit. Even though like this girl came like out of nowhere, like her story is not what it is, but it literally like was a plot and a plan to literally dismantle the Barbie because there was nobody that was there in that position. And Nicki was like, she's queen. Like, she's queen. Every time I address her, I still address her as such because, bitch, you are queen. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, anybody who does not honor that is just delusional, right? And so...
So behind the scenes as PR.
Yeah, I was there. And I was there. I was already Hazel-E on Love and Hip Hop. I was there. And a lot of women came together on that stage at Powerhouse that night for Remy Ma to do her diss track because she had just got out of jail. And they knew that Remy, because of her street credibility, would be the only person to probably come for Nicki to take her. Like, they couldn't send nobody else because of Rem's street credibility, literally. Like, she shot a bitch, she went to jail. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, and like Nicki had said, like, we was cool, like, before this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck did this come out of? But it was like, not that, like, that's like a big theory. And I feel like I was there with Mike Kaiser. He's gonna try to kill me.
Mike Kaiser.
Because that's what took me to Paris with Jay-Z and Beyonce for watching
Mike Kaiser. You're the second person that has said his name. Yeah, he's the fixer.
See? Okay. So
yeah,
the dismantling of the Barbie was like an actual thing. They were going to dismantle this machine that had taken over female rap, and they were sending Remy to do it, but promoting this Latina Cardi B from like Love and Hip Hop. That's when Love and Hip Hop had the fan base.
So you're saying that they sent Remy in right out of jail.
Right.
To diss Nicki.
Because she's the only bitch that could do it.
But then they used Remy to move Cardi into a place.
Right.
And push Remy out of the way.
Is that how it happened?
I mean, where's Remy?
Is the story, is that not what's happening? Is that not current today? Or is there a piece I'm missing? Because I think that was the plan.
So there were industry. So I know
because
my
they all said Nicki was so mean. Nicki was a bitch. Nicki was a diva. Nicki couldn't be knocked.
It's like you got a slew of R&B artists. This is what I'm trying to figure out. You got a slew of R&B artists. Then you have a slew of rappers and stuff like that. You know, I do know the Ja Rule and 50 Cent thing. You know,
right? Yeah.
That's a dismantling of.
That was a dismantle of Ja Rule, like 50, you know what I'm saying? Assassinated. He came for this nigga and got himself like popping, like off of him, like dismantling RULE, you know? And that was a thing. Like, so that happened.
So what conversations did you hear? Because Mike Kaiser, I'm telling you, his name comes up in a lot of.
Because he's under Leor. He's under Leor Cohen. That's like the Atlantic.
They call him when they need things fixed.
Right. And so that was like a thing. And they decided to have Cardi, because Cardi couldn't take Nicki off her block, like, who's Cardi B? But Remy Ma getting out of jail, like,
it was a distraction.
It was a distraction, and nobody else could talk about Nicki in that way. But Remy just getting out of jail and having all that street credibility and doing that bid and stand with her, like, her nigga, you know what I'm saying?
And then she came out and did the sheather.
Sheathered her. Tactic from Nas. Remember, Nicki was with Nas. Like, if people like go back in that whole thing, and it brings us to like me being pissed about Nicki getting nominated for these Grammys with this little girl Ice Spice. It's like she should have, like, y'all want to dismantle this girl so much and want to take like one of the GOATs out, and it bothers people like me. Like, maybe I'm not known for my rap, even though I could fucking spit bars. I had to go on Ebro Hot 97 and actually freestyle. These new bitches ain't never had to do it. Like, I was one of those girls who was putting in work with it. So to see like the woman that everybody looks up to not being credited in the way that she should be credited, it bothers me. You know what I'm saying? But without me being a barb.
Do you think Cardi knew what was going on?
That's a cute devil's advocate.
Like,
she didn't have to.
Think about it.
She didn't have to know what's going on, because we let the sheep be sheep. You know, like, it might not be her job to know what her job was. She was taking her opportunity. She did what the fuck she had to do. Like, whatever her position is, when it all went bad in that situation is when the hottest female in rap, who's dominated for years, decides to get on a record with you, and then there's disrespect involved. And the fact that there was ever an assault that took place between a bitch, I gave it, like, so like Masika, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I gave you a chance. Like, how you gonna come for me? Like, that type of disrespect on that platform. And like, and then you guys, like, people are taking sides in this as like some tabloid, like, publicity shit. And like, people are really, I wish I was Nicki's, like I always said, just send the shade room. I'd come back for PR for Nicki, because I wish I was Nicki's publicist in that moment. Because I would have had her play that situation so differently, which probably would not have everybody really not giving her fucking just due right now, which is no Grammys. But yeah, like, that's like a big scandal that I like witnessed firsthand at Summer Jam, Hot 97. I think that was like 2017. And I was like there. It's on fucking Wire and Getty Image. Johnny Nunez took my pictures. I had my Shoe Dazzle deal before I got canceled. And I like was there, and like, and it was going to be, we're going to dismantle the Barbie today. It was literally a thing. And I know Nicki watches your platform, and I have to let her know that she's not crazy. And people are like, she's not delusional, and she knows what happened to her, and it's the truth. And that's like a big, it's not a big cosign because it comes from me, but like, she not tripping, y'all. She not tripping. Sorry.
Oh, sweet.
I know. That's why I said only because it's relevant to your platform. I had to speak on it. You wanted the second piece of information that I
mean, I asked you, but I didn't know you was going to talk about that. Like,
it was a thing that it like bothers me. When I see the stuff online, it bothers me. It does. And
have you ever talked to Nicki about this though?
No, she doesn't she likes stuff of mine. Like I follow her, like I like stuff. She shows like her love in subtle ways. We talked through like Foxy Brown like before. But you know, when I came out and stuff, like I was a little like it's Nicki Minaj, like I'm gonna like, you know, take this, Safari's on our show, like, you know, that type thing. But then when you like really like take Nicki, who she is and her body of work and what she did for female rap, and you don't want to give her credit, it's like, I'm not no hater ass bitch. So all this ghetto Cinderella fucking project, Spanish ass motherfucking Senorita Constita fucking Spanish Latin female rap bitch talking about she the top is crazy. She not queen. And stop playing it like she is, because it's exhausting.
I didn't say anything.
You did not say anything.
I'm just drinking my wine.
Right. But I don't care. And it's exhausting.
So as PR, you were at Summer Jam.
As not PR, I was Hazel-E at Summer Jam. I definitely spoke to the fucking...
When you said Mike Kaiser, I know that you ain't, like when you say a name like that, that's a name you not supposed to know unless you behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like that, I have had him call, like I get people that call me because he calling, trying.
Yeah, he's gonna want to kill me, like again.
To check me.
Yeah.
I'm like, who gonna check me, boo? Like
the whole interview, like, yeah, I'm gonna get in trouble for like a lot of things. But I don't care, because like, this is the difference between now and then. We have platforms to be able to speak what we know and our truths. And with even Cassie speaking up for herself today, a lot of these people who are the power-ups that be, that are hiding behind the instilling fear into the people beneath them or whatever. Now you got this shit called the internet, and it kind of can go viral, and you can kind of hold people accountable, and the internet's a powerful place. It can make you, it can break you. So, you know.
She went, and I can't say this for Nicki, she did go through a lot emotionally, because I know like her.
Because she's not been accredited. She's not, it's not fairly, and they literally just tried to dismantle her, and it was so tacky, and she felt stabbed in the back. And just to be honest, y'all bitches know y'all couldn't hold a torch to her. Like, I know I couldn't. And I used to be like, yo, what the fuck Nicki on? Like, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, literally, like, we can't. None of us can. Like, let's just stop playing. Like, there's not a girl that can. So just, you know, whatever. And anybody that's real and can acknowledge that in this world would know that she should have her Grammys. Like, this is whack that she don't. And it's whack of the reason why she don't, because it's fucking people back there that's playing with her shit. And it's like messed up. And it just sticks out in my like head to me, because I was like there and witnessed the dismantle of the Barbie.
Girl, you are going to light the world up.
I know, and I didn't mean to, but you like wanted the other thing that was on my chest. And that's
I didn't know that, poor dough. I'm just like,
I know.
And then you know, with me sitting here, it's gone.
Only because it's relevant to your platform. And I feel like, you know, you give.
Well, I mean, there was a dismantling of Unwind with Tasha K.
There was, but the same probably powers that be. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so, because even though I don't even feel like we've had nothing, because like I told you before the interview started, I felt like even if you might have thrown shade to me in certain situations, I always still kind of felt like you stood on the not stood on the side of me, but you had some like...
I'm not going to beat you down, you know?
Right. You might make me aware of something, hold me accountable. Yeah. But like, know that I like to your platform and to the people that come for you for certain situations that there's certain shit that's just not right back there, and give her some grace.
I witnessed it. I had 2 damn near public defenders, and there were...
It's real shit that happens. It sucks.
The top entertainment... like, you don't see entertainment lawyers fighting defamation cases.
Right.
This entertainment lawyer is a very high, just kind of very respected entertainment lawyer who does a lot of things to fix things.
Right.
And I was seen as a problem.
Right.
And it was the things that I even found out, I didn't even know, like, was happening to me behind the scenes. Like, people don't understand. Like, I
could even go into more. Like, can I use the restroom? Because
sure,
I could even
I
could even probably break down some more stuff that you would love to have information.
Okay. Right there. You see it? Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. I gotta get some paper towels too and put in there.
I'm gonna get you some more information.
Let me get paper towels real quick because I literally put my back in there.
That's the only thing I hate about working state of London.
There we go. I got you. Sorry. They find us. That's the only thing they hold you in. I'm like, let me go with you real quick. All right. Hey, Shay, I need 30 more minutes. Okay, 15?
Yeah, you got 29 minutes right now.
Okay, perfect. That's perfect. Okay, I promise you.
After 20 minutes?
No, we'll be done. We'll be done.
Stop automatically.
We're done.
I'm gonna have to stop. It will stop itself.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, I got you. You got you. Oh, shit.
Yeah, like I'm sitting over here tipsy as fuck, talking hot cat shit, but you know what? and it's fine because I did put my work in behind the scenes of this industry, and some shit has always not gone fair.
Yeah, because I noticed like kind of like loving hip hop just kind of overshadows like what you did before during your PR days, and you never really talk about that, you know, in any of your interviews. So to see you like kind of address a lot of the stuff that you saw, and then you dropping names, and I'm like, you kind of stopped my heart when you said Michael Kyle. I was like, what? Like
Little Burger on social media.
So what was it that you wanted to say before you went in the bathroom?
Oh,
you said it was something else.
Yeah, like just even with that, just, you know, the whole thing with like Cardi is just like manufactured, like down to like Offset, you know, like I tried to get the Migos like on season 1 of Love and Hip Hop. Like Mona just wasn't having it. And even like...
Was this before they were famous?
This is kind of before, like right when they were starting to kind of become poppin'.
Okay.
And then when I was with Katt, Offset reached out to me and Katt gave them the $200,000 because they went bankrupt to get like the Migos back off the ground and running, you know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so, jeez. Okay. I'm about to come get my baby. Chill out. That's Passion. You've interviewed Passion with the T-Pain thing. Hold on. I'm on set live with Tasha K right now. I'm about to come get Ava.
Text me.
Okay, what? Okay. Okay, next. All right. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
And so, yeah, like, just like, so Katt had to like resurrect like the Migos with his financial contribution. And so when I see like this girl that comes up and doesn't want to acknowledge like anybody that comes like before her, that's great. Like, that maybe doesn't benefit like the narrative or the story of this, you know, poverty Cinderella coming to like life and save the rap game. It's just funny because I just know like all the powers that be, like down to the first date that like they had at like the Super Bowl game. Like that wasn't even like, you know what I'm saying? So shit is manufactured out here.
What you mean a Super Bowl game? What you talking about?
When Offset first was spotted with Cardi at like the Super Bowl game in Houston. And she was like there and then like the press and like the hype because Offset was talking to Alexis Sky. Like he was in everybody's DM at the time. Like he was trying to, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that like they got put together like to like make this thing and then these like stuff like, you know, came about or whatever. I just hate when I read like it's just a thing in pop culture and like female rap that like I hate that like this narrative that Nicki gets. It just bothers me. And that's just being a fan of rap. Like as a fan of rap, it bothers me. And I just wish that motherfuckers would stop playing on her name and on her top and just know that she doesn't have all that she deserves just due to a system and powers that be.
I do know how it feels to have an entire, machine come for you.
It hurts. I had it with VH1, like in my scandal. Like I got
it had me for about a week, kind of suicidal, because it was like, damn, I worked this hard to come.
They did it to Kanye, like they do it
I'm
to
like,
people.
what? Like I'm doing nothing no different than what white people have done and gone to school for. But the only thing is, it's like they went and paid for their degree. I'm paying for it through lawsuits, right? Mm-hmm. And put a seat at my table. And I'm putting a chair, like it's kind of like you're not inviting me to the table. Mm-hmm. I'm going to sit down. I'm still not going to want to eat with you, but I'm going to sit down, right? Mm-hmm. And it was more so like a control thing, like for me. And I see it and I've experienced it. But one thing that I thank Cardi for this. Like she taught me the game. She did. Like to have high powered attorneys.
It's next level.
Come at me the way that they did. Everything. And it was kind of like it happened so bad that other high powered attorneys was like, nah, we not finna let this happen to you.
So it becomes like a battle of like power. And
it's a battle of the powers. I mean, you know what I do now? I don't even get in it. I stay out of it. I just do my work.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Did you have to maintain? I wish I would have known that in my canceling. I wish I would have known if I just kept going forward and not letting what everything was being said about me like consume me and me like go in a shell and hide, that like my canceling experience could have probably got over with a little bit quicker if I just would have walked in my truth. You know what I'm saying? Because like, okay, internet canceling is not that, but you're like in real lawsuits, so it's kind of different. Yeah,
but see, here's the thing. It's like, I say this to everybody. If whatever your lane is, that's your lane. Why are you over in somebody else's lane?
Right.
There's no way you can focus on your lane if you're in somebody else's lane. Your lane, you're going to slow down. They're going to keep going, right? So it was kind of like, I'm a thinker. When it comes to strategy, when it comes to chess, I'm like, I got here by working.
Right.
If I stop working, I have to keep working. And I can't allow what's going on legally to distract me from my work.
Right.
So they only bring me solutions.
Right.
So when they need something, Tasha, we need this. Okay, boom, go. I don't respond to none of the headlines out there. I don't respond to none of the assumptions, none of the paperwork. That is not my business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, before, I didn't have capable attorneys because I had never been in a legal situation ever before.
Yeah.
You're talking about a woman that was a housewife her entire fucking life and worked as a server. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I didn't deal with legal issues and stuff. I came from poverty, but I didn't come from the streets. It's two different lifestyles. And I didn't have that type of money to access the type of lawyers. And when I found out that it was entertainment lawyers, not First Amendment right lawyers that were coming for me, that was trying to say I was evading taxes, I was a criminal, putting on my criminal past. It was literally trying to dismantle everything because they thought that I had a battery in my back because of Nicki. And I'm like, no, nobody runs me. Nicki don't run me. You don't run me. And that's why I shared the NDA part. I was like, I love Nicki, but I'm like, if I do that for you, I might as well not fight this battle with Cardi, because in both of your ways, it's like, I get it. You're like, Tasha, you're powerful out here. Please. I've shared some stuff with you. I would never do that. Do you understand? I'm not even holding that shit over here. I don't even remember the shit. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Like, that's literally how I felt. Like, I'm like, I don't even remember.
I don't remember the fucking shit. Like, I don't care. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But if you're saying, here's an NDA, don't talk about me, and she's saying, I'm going to court, don't talk about me.
That's bad for your business.
That's bad for my business. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then what I did was allow my business to carry on personally with that. And that's what really got me in trouble legally, because I'm on Twitter losing my shit because of the things that was happening to me
in the real world,
behind the scenes. Yes. And then I still got to get up and do my job. You understand what I'm saying? And so it was kind of like, bitch, I'm calling you names. But now we get served papers all the time. My lawyers deal with that. I don't say nothing about it. We did the story. However you feel about the story, you can stay back there. I'm over here. We're already 5, 6, 15 stories ahead of time. Right. You're back here.
Right.
That was the biggest lesson. And of course, finances. A bankruptcy lawyer, you really should start with a bankruptcy lawyer, because what they do is they take businesses, dismantle them, and build them back up.
Right. Okay.
I was like, thank you, God. Thank you. Like, look at everything. Like, especially in the Black community, imagine.
LLCs and corporations. And so they can
it was like, I'm like, oh my God, what I'm thinking is something that's humiliating me. It's actually teaching me the business firsthand.
Yeah, once you can free yourself. Once you can free yourself from being scared of your own truths.
Man, listen.
Then you become like,
we're
never free. But like, once I can own, I've had plastic surgery and botched surgery. Once I can own my husband was a fuck nigga. Once I can own, I'm like, then you have nothing to.
And that's the reason why
hurt me with.
I was so like, I'm like, listen, I'm a talk about Hazel, but I ain't gonna go there with her like that. You know what I'm saying? Because like, there's something about being so transparent and so vulnerable that is just so. I can't deny the real. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a real bitch. Like, it may be ugly and you may not agree with it, but like I tell Suki, don't be out here crying about being a hoe. Be a hoe.
Because you have people that love and obsessed with you being a hoe. Like, if that is your moment and that's your lane, and that's what I said about meeting people where they are.
Yeah.
If that's who you are, I'm not going to down you. I'm not going to degrade you. Do I agree with everything that you do? Absolutely not. But if you can own in it and stand in it, nigga, I got a little bit of respect for you. Yeah. More than I am going to.
But I can tell you don't like Cardi, do you?
I just feel like with that situation, maybe it's not even resentment, but because if I own up to resentment, then I own up. But it's like Hazel-E became before Cardi B. The things that I was promised to be on that platform and with my rap career, knowing I could out-rap, out-entertain, out-perform, and then see it be snatched by a chick probably who could give better head than me, it's kind of like, you know, I wasn't rapping about fucking him and getting money. Like, it wasn't like my MO. Maybe I wasn't like ratchet enough or had the right material that the world could relate to, because I am a college graduate, did pledge in sorority. Like, I never
saw you as a female rapper though.
Yeah,
you're more of a brains.
And when Idris like had first started my music, I was like, came out with Valley Girls. It was more like on some Gwen Stefani, Fergie shit. Like, I wanted to be like articulate and like intelligent, witty with my bars, just like I am with my mouth. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't on the typical shit that you need to say probably to be a rapper. I was never on.
So you feel like basically she took opportunity from you?
Just based on the players, yeah, and the willingness to be a puppet, yes, for sure. I was raised by Aaron Magruder from the Boondocks. I had Katt Williams in my system. I could never be a puppet. I got real niggas that will go broke, go off air, off TV, off tour to stand in who the fuck they are. So I could never be a puppet.
On that note, Winos, Hazel-E, I'm so glad we made this happen. Look, she done went from drinking in a wine glass to a water glass. That's how intense it got. Oh my God, thank you so much for just coming through, being so open. I hope you are ready for the shakedown.
I mean,
oh my God,
20 years here, I'm still standing. Like,
okay.
You know, my number ain't changed. It's still the same.
All right. Look at that camera. So now we gotta go.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Oh my God. Woo, child. Like, I'm like, where did this come? That Suge Knight shit is crazy. Tank finna get on
I don't give
fucking lose this shit.
Because I'm not so, because my whole thing is in okay.
Go ahead. She just shook the world.
I mean, and for your audience, I don't know. I just feel like, wait, I'm gonna keep it here at the door. Why didn't you say come in? You were supposed to walk in. Everybody mad at me because I wasn't answering what to walk in. Yeah. I just felt like some of the things that like I see you go through, like, and when I see a lot of stuff go through, I just be like I have the answers for it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And so to be able to like add insight and perspective on real things, I feel like that's a part of like my duty. Like, it's not really my duty because I'm like not a podcaster, but it's just like,
but no, like I said, I wouldn't change anything about what happened at all because it really kind of pivoted everything, and I had to get in. Either I'm gonna walk away, which I couldn't because it's kind of like this is what I was born to do. Ever since I picked up a microphone when I was 25,
and you've made waves, and you made a living, and
I did it with no PR. Just
literally the platform that you're given. Social media.
Yeah.
And when people try to discredit social media or discredit blog sites or discredit people with voice that give information, it's like now you're trying to silence me, you're trying to mute me, you're trying to Me Too me, you're trying to, you know what I'm saying? And that's what they try to do. And it's real because I've been a person that they've tried to do it to, which is why I only speak on stuff that I know